I woke up, soaked from a bad dream. I've been sweating like crazy. Got up, skin stuck to the bed sheets. Open window for a cold breeze. I have nothing to eat in my kitchen. Old coffee and yesterday's pizza. Listen, I promised to clean my floor, but I have no interest to fulfill my chores today. As long as the sun is shining and the weather is showing its face, just like me, it's been hiding. People painting the world with its rays. So I skip on my obligations, like so many times before. Reach for the door out to reclaim my faith in the making. God, I am here for the taking. Oh, it's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving off for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on a pile. See them towering over me, know it too high.
Now I had it with this shit. Yo, I gave it all I got, but it seems like it's not enough. Now I'm sitting there watching all these bills piling up. Like, damn, I need a change for the better. Scratch that, I need a change for the jet. I gotta get up 9 to 5, have a regular life. With the knowledge knowing that I'm not a regular guy. See, I'll be more than me's a regular. I like optimist rhyme with my spectacular mind, composing these delicate rhymes. But I'ma design a different future for me. I had a good run with it, but it just ain't what it used to be. And truthfully, I trust nobody in this industry. They only come around when they want something like a fucking leech. But I'm cool, mama didn't raise no fools, so I'ma do what I do and chunk up the dues. And I'll be back in the booth when the stars align. But meanwhile,
it's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving off for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on a pile. See them towering over me, know it too high. It's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving off for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on a pile. See them towering over me, know it too high. It's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving off for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on a pile. See them towering over me, know it too high.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Walls P, Matter of Opinion,
Your boy Ray the Dog.
and we got our two guests here today. We got our boy right here, Crazy Haiti, and of course we got Freezy. And the new person we got on the show is, family right there, JR, aka Roman Sage.
AKA Big Baller.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we doing this sports talk episode 8. It was long overdue. So apparently, what happened was we originally had a sports talk video, but the sound quality was messed up on that video. So this is a retake that we're essentially doing. Well, we was gonna do it live for this episode anyway, but again, there's kind of like a retake. So it is what it is. You live and you learn.
Yep.
So we're going to be talking about the NBA Finals. We're going to talk about, the Hawks. Was their season a success? We're also going to touch on the Clippers. We're definitely going to speak on the whole Rachel Nichols situation, especially the rumors of her, getting it in with your boy Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Buckets.
Yes, sir.
That name got a whole new meaning. Fourth quarter finisher.
Yes, sir. Then we got, of course, we got to cover the NY teams. So you got to cover them. And we'll touch a little bit on the Olympics, especially with the craziness that's going on with Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah.
You know, so all right. So first off, before we get started, Freezy, you want to tell everybody a little bit about the things you got going on with your business and everything like that.
Yeah, so website not ready yet, but it's
All right.
millennialpackaging.com. I sell packaging material, restaurant equipment, furniture, whatever. Anything you need, I can get it for you.
So pretty much anything you need for your businesses, or even if you moving, or even like household goods, that's the place to go. So
Definitely.
it's definitely going to be put in the description of this video once we're done with the live and everything. So it'll be able to be watched, on YouTube again or whatever, and on Facebook. So, all right. So, JR, I know you're gonna come into the content creation field. So let everybody know, what are your plans for content creation?
Well, it's going to be a lot of things. It's going to be lifestyle related,
Okay.
more so showing guys how to get abs, females how to get nice back size, how to get healthy.
Number
As
one,
far as
you walking proof, so you see the guns and everything.
well, yeah,
Man,
showing how to
you
live
got
like
to be
that. From
baller. You know what I mean?
What would you say?
Yeah, no, but it's showing how to do it in the easy way. Because I eat, and wifey can and confirm this. I eat whatever I want, not whatever, but I eat really good. And as far as tasty Fridays, this that, and it's showing how you can enjoy your foods, your
Uh-huh.
nutrition, but also maintain a lower body fat percentage. Some people don't know how to do it, and it's like it's not that hard.
That's true.
So we're just showing couples. She's gonna help me because she's really into it. We're gonna show couples how to manage that.
All right, that's what's up. All right, and like I said, man, we definitely gonna do some collabos. I'm definitely looking to that open challenge where you develop, a workout regimen for me to try and see if I could actually get through it. So I'm
Is
definitely.
Crazy Haiti gonna do it too, or just you?
See, you trying to put me on blast.
What else?
See, I knew it, damn thing. I told
What
you.
up, Freezy? Who doing it?
I
Yeah,
told you
yeah.
gonna do it. But
You
you know,
know,
Yeah,
I'm with it because I'm definitely trying to get rid of this situation right here. But,
yeah, I'm good.
a lot of shirt though, a lot of shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And another thing we definitely gonna do too is we're gonna have live call-ins and everything like that. So that is definitely something we'll also do with this live broadcasting or whatever. And if you want to be actually on the platform so people can see you, we'll also have that option too, where
Yep.
you can email us and we'll send you the link, and hey, you could chime in, give your opinion, or have any questions you want to ask. They'll all be here. All right, so we're going to start off at the top with game one of the finals, the NBA finals. So we'll start off with you, Ray the Don, since Suns is the team that you're real bullish on, brother.
Listen.
So let's hear what you got to say.
Listen, all I'm saying though is they've been making me rich and I'm happy.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But yo, the first finals game, man, I saw Chris Paul. I saw a hunger in Chris Paul that was unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
I've seen him facilitate the ball and play a very good night. But yo, last night, my man's was on fire.
Yeah, yo.
He
I can't front.
he was Michael Jordan in the house.
He got no choice, man. When you're up 3-1 in the playoffs multiple times and then lose, now you finally get to the finals, you got to play with a different type of mindset.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
wait.
And that's what
Yeah, you have to, but that's not easy. The knees start shaking.
Yeah,
You get
Of course.
Yeah, I agree. What is your take, Freezy? How did you see that game win or whatever?
Look, F the Bucks, all right? That's the first time I said it.
Ah,
It should be the Nets versus the Suns right now. F the Bucks. But, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Mute JR. You gonna say something stupid? Mute JR.
Nah. Let us see what you guys say.
It's CP3's time right now. Go get it.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yo, I saw like he was a different animal when he hit them back-to-back threes or whatever. When things started, getting close or whatever. Like he was not gonna relinquish this game.
He was not.
Like you could tell he's in a zone, man. And especially for him, like this might be his last time to actually get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so and hey, if he win, man, I'll be happy for him because it's long overdue, man.
Yeah,
That is one of the only true point guards like left in the game.
correct. I've been saying this for a while too.
Yeah.
He pretty much is the only.
Everybody want to say Steph Curry.
Yeah.
They're not true point guards. Oh, they're position.
Name, not
But that's not really true. What you call Lonzo Ball?
Yeah.
No. But he's new though. Like I'm talking about for wow. He's new.
What you mean, from our like our generation type you saying, or
it's like from over the past. Like when was the last true point guard? I would say probably Chauncey Billups. But then again, he was like, Chauncey Billups is probably the last.
Jason Kidd.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going for my bad. Yeah.
No, San Antonio. How they call him?
Tony Parker.
Frenchie.
He was
Frenchie.
Yo, he ate that pick and roll. Yeah, Tony Parker. He was
I didn't see.
Yeah, but it's like he wasn't like the big assist guy. Like
He wasn't.
See, I would put Rondo in there, but Rondo can't really shoot like that. But his shooting has improved.
True. Yeah, Rondo too.
Now he's not a top tier player. We're talking about a point guard that's a top tier player.
Yeah,
that still can distribute the ball.
Yeah, my bad for not forgetting Jason Kidd. But he was
Yeah,
my bad. But yeah,
Kidd was a beast.
Can't forget him.
Kid was definitely a beast on
Wait,
that. What?
do y'all think CP3 passed Jason Kidd in the all time?
No,
okay,
no. I wouldn't say that. I mean,
not yet.
I could kind of put them like neck to neck because the basketball IQ is, but Kidd is. They're both good defenders, but I would give Kidd the edge on defending. Kidd would take a mediocre team far as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did it twice.
Look at what he did. Granted, they didn't win the championship, but look at how New York, when they had Melo and everything, vastly improved when Kidd came in there. We're talking an old Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
The minute he left, toilet, trash.
Yeah.
Trash. So, man, Jason Kidd, but I would give them, I would put them neck to neck. If I had to pick one, though, I'd go with Kidd. Definitely. But
now, is that because of the ring? Is that because of the ring or no?
I think more so the
overall skill is a skill of a player.
Sets, yeah. I think overall skill set.
So, wait.
The ring helps.
I think Chris Paul is a better scorer.
Yeah.
Overall, Jason Kidd is the better player.
I could see that. That's tough.
He said that's tough.
He disagrees.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, what do you disagree about? Wait.
Nah, the only reason is CP3 does everything almost. Like he does exactly what the coach does. Like I don't know. I don't think Jason Kidd was thinking like him.
Yeah,
he was great on the fast. No, Jason Kidd was amazing on the fast break.
Go on.
No, I was just saying he was like you couldn't rival Jason Kidd when it came to the fast break. But as far as slowing it down and setting up I think CP3 got him, to be honest.
See,
he's the point guard.
If you tell me that the player is willing to hit the player in the groin, to get the edge, you got me there.
Sure. I forgot he dirty.
See, I will say that CP don't mind going through the trenches. Like, it's kill or be killed with him.
Yes.
I give him that. He has that killer instinct. But I don't know, man. I guess it's more of a soft spot for Jason Kidd, man. Plus, he was on the local teams.
True. No, I feel you.
But to me, like they side by side. But I would have to agree with Freezy. The rings do give them that extra edge. But if CP3 was to win, two or three rings, which I don't think that'll happen. But if he win like 2 or 3 rings, then
what was your frozen?
We got an actual debate. You might
as well shoot that debate down. There's no way he's getting 2.
He's not. Just saying.
You think it's going to take 2 to 3 to eclipse Kidd?
I think 2 at the least.
If he won 2, like if they say they go back to back,
Yeah.
Like, what can you say? Like that, like nobody expected that to happen. So.
I'm not
Wait.
saying I think he needs 2. I'm just saying that he can't get 2. But
Let's.
he doesn't
I
need.
agree.
He doesn't need 2 to
He
surpass.
doesn't need to, but I feel like miracles have happened.
Yeah.
Well,
So
okay, here you go. Here you go. He needs to be in the MVP conversation, like really into it, because Jason Kidd got robbed.
Yeah.
He should
Wait,
have won it
MVP for the year?
That year when Tim Duncan got it. He should.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd should be MVP.
That's true.
So CP3 got to be like in like the toss, like 1 or 2 of being an MVP, like all throughout the
You
whole
talking
season.
about for the season? Nah, he's never
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get that.
Put it like
That's
this.
I'm saying, but Jason Kidd had that opportunity.
But he's gonna be the
Everybody-
Finals MVP though.
No. What I'm saying, that's one thing. Yeah, but I'm talking about like, see, you got
I
to do it
dig it.
for him to
He's gonna do it.
surpass Jason Kidd. We're talking about now. Like, it ain't you got to be like something really has to stand out.
Here's my
Something really has to stand out. Finals MVP, yeah, that is a Western, but then it's like who's on the team? Like who's gonna really get it over him? Booker?
Yeah, but
Not really.
it was injuries. It's injuries that kept him from rings. To be honest, he was up 3-1 on the Golden State Warriors. Like
That is true.
it's injuries that's been plaguing him.
Injuries is part of your career. Injuries is part of your
Facts,
career too.
facts.
Here's my question for you, JR. If you would have put Jason Kidd on that red hot Clippers team, right? Do you think
Okay.
they actually went further? Because they always made it to the playoffs and like they fell short. Because you talking Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, who else was on that
I
team?
think they had Crawford, didn't they?
Crawford was on there.
They had Crawford 6 man.
So you get what I'm saying? So if you would have put Jason Kidd on there,
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
Nah, I'm sorry. I don't think.
Being
I
up
don't think.
3-1, the fact that they were up,
I'm
Jason
just saying
Kidd-
I don't think so. The reason I'm saying that is because granted he got injured, Chris Paul, and then the 3-1 whatever. But I don't see putting Jason Kidd doing anything different that would have given him a 3-1 advantage. I don't believe he would have gotten that 3-1 advantage.
You know what?
I
You
don't
know
even
what?
think
You know,
CP3 should have had it.
one thing is this though, he would have had the respect of his players because remember there was a lot of friction between
Yeah.
Blake, DeAndre, and Chris Paul. So he
Right.
would have like that plays a part in it too. Like when you don't get along with your, like you out here like, oh boy, here we go again. Like your attitude is different. Jason Kidd made the last guy on the bench feel like a star. Like, yo, let's go. We out here, let's run.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We always harp back to it, but look what he did with the Mavericks team.
Exactly. Like to
Yeah,
me,
but
like, you can't.
Mhm.
Other than Dirk, you really can't name anybody on that map. Like I can, but I'm saying, but the
Yeah,
average person
You
can
had
name
the Jason Terrys and stuff like that. JJ.
Yeah, but
Barea.
they were good. They were integral pieces in
Those
that
are-
puzzle.
Yes,
But Jason Kidd elevated them. Like
before
he elevated
Jason
them.
Kidd was there, they was just a playoff team.
He
Yeah, but
elevated them. Like
what
they
was
did.
Phoenix? What was Phoenix before CP3?
That's
They
true.
were,
That's true.
yeah, hold on. We could just go from the bubble because everybody was talking about, yo, they're a hot team because they won 8 in a row. Everybody said, hey, this team, they probably getting it right now. Then you add a CP3, then it's like, it's like lightning in the bottle. Let's run with it. Because
That's
they just came off of sweeping in the bubble, but they just missed the playoffs.
Now, do you think they would have gotten last year if they was allowed to get into the playoffs? Do you think they would have gotten where they're at now or not?
The Suns.
No, who would they? Hold on,
Suns,
who would they have
Suns.
played? No, they would have played the Lakers in the first round. No.
You
They
don't
would have played
think?
the Lakers.
But with CP3,
I don't know.
you feel
See,
they could have.
No, not even that, because that was a healthy
You don't think
LeBron,
so?
a healthy AD. Everybody was healthy, and they had a Rondo, a Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Nah, that
JaVale,
squad was
yeah.
loaded.
To be honest, I really don't know what direction would have went because, to be honest with you, I wasn't impressed with the Lakers this year.
No. We
This
talking
year-
about he's talking about last year.
Oh, last year. Oh,
Yeah, he's talking about if they would have
last
made. He said if they would have made the bubble.
Nah, last year, Lakers would have.
Yeah,
Lakers would have took that.
that was that team. I like that team better, but going
Yeah.
down, like, you know what? They lost a lot. I said losing Rondo, Dwight.
Yeah,
I mean, they lost a lot of veteran leadership right there.
yeah, they did. They did.
Even without the veteran leadership, the Lakers would have took it this year for the Suns, regardless if they weren't injured. Without McGee, without Rondo, without Howard, Down
But
the
how far? But how far would they have gone?
real talk. Real talk. You know how I ask my question. Let's say, put your life on it. If your life was to be on the
How about
line,
mortgage? Let's start mortgage.
no, put life. Let's go. All right, so go back to round one. Say LeBron never hurt his ankle, and AD's groin was fine.
Just to chime in, we got a question in the chat area, so we'll answer that question after your point or whatever.
So if it was a full healthy Lakers team versus the Suns, you saw how they lost game one, but they came back game two and game three. AD had like 60-something points, like 68 points in those two combined games. You think the Suns are going to beat the Lakers?
Cool.
That's
you asking.
Freezing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know you was asking me a question.
Because
I can't really hear you.
Oh, my bad. Do you think the Suns would have beat the Lakers this year in the first round if the Lakers were fully healthy?
Oh, no.
Dang, I got no faith.
Word, right? I'm looking at
me personally, if Lakers was healthy, I still don't think it would be a clear shot that they're beating the Suns.
Exactly. The Suns would give them a run for the money, and it would be.
I feel that way too, though.
Yeah.
If you could say that they'd give them a run for their money, you know what I mean? But honestly, if you look at the way the Lakers were handling them in game two, in game three, the role that we're going on, it's just that when AD went down, it was, up the river without a paddle.
But who's to say that adjustments wouldn't have been made, though?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
I get you.
You got to think about it. CP3 is a strategist. He's
Yes,
going to observe you game one, game two, game three, and
me personally, I compare CP3 to Peyton Manning. I call him the floor general. You know what I mean? Like, he's out there. He's like a coach that's on the floor who's actually playing with the other players. Like, if the coach went down, you'd be good because CP3 is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Question for y'all. Can y'all see the chat overlays on the side?
Yeah.
So y'all could address that as they come in or whatever.
Which LA team is he referring to?
This LA team. Because the first thing he said was the playoffs missed LeBron, and why did they trade everyone?
Okay.
Yeah. And then it came into, they all need to go and everything like that. And I agree. I agree because for me, once they got rid of, the Dwight Howards and them, I felt they took a step back.
Yeah, that's the same way. That's the same way. I
took a step back.
Even before y'all seen Gasol, even though y'all seen the roster.
Me and Freezy was specifically talking and I was like, yo, to me, I believe they took a step back with the acquisitions that they made because even though JaVale McGee, people like Shaq would clown on him and everything like that, LeBron brought the best out of him. He worked for what they were doing, as well as the White too. It gave them the size. Plus, if they needed to go small ball, they could.
Which is what they did actually. Remember, I guess I forgot who they played together. I guess the Rockets. They went small against the Rockets, and
you know what too? Even when they went small ball, if they wanted to go big with McGee, they could. McGee was quick. McGee could get up and down the court.
Yeah, but I think we're talking, and it's because we know it didn't work. Because if Marc Gasol came out, don't we should pick it
that was before.
I said
that was before.
No, but
off-season.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying if Gasol, if those acquisitions worked as far as Schroeder wasn't trying to get a contract and he was playing the way he should have been playing, if Gasol was making them 3-pointers and giving LeBron real estate, I think it would have worked. JaVale and Dwight clogs the but they clog the paint. So it's a little harder for LeBron, who's getting old, to just come and bang it on you when you have Dwight and JaVale and their defenders right there. So it would have been good if Gasol wasn't I'm not going to say bust. That's not true. But if he did what he should have. Y'all don't think?
He helped them.
He
actually helped them.
The reason why I can't agree with that is because Dwight and JaVale McGee were people that played in the paint. And AD became the stretch forward. AD became the stretch forward. The problem is Gasol didn't have enough talent that Dwight and McGee have around the basket.
Facts.
So that's why they automatically took a step back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're saying they needed that. That's what you're trying to say. They may have not needed that though. they needed to allow LeBron to get to the paint easier because it was a struggle to get to the paint. And they're like, next year, he's not getting to the paint like this. So Dwight, JaVale, I would have kept them. I'm just saying they had to open up the lane. Y'all don't think they had to LeBron's not getting to the hole like he used to.
He's
not happening.
Yeah, he's not. But then again, like, clearly they needed it because that's why they went and signed, what's his name? What's the dude that used to be on the Pistons?
Oh, Drummond?
Yes.
Drummond?
So clearly they needed him.
Because Gasol didn't work out. That's what I'm saying. If he worked out,
no, Gasol was actually helping them. They had to take Drummond out. Gasol helped them win the games like towards the end when they were struggling.
Towards the end, but the whole year the reason he didn't get burned because he was not playing the whole year.
But
he was garbage.
Well, the Drummond edition was at the end too, and it didn't really work like that. It was
not at all.
It wasn't a fit. It wasn't a good fit.
Just a shout out. We got our man Kahende in the building. And he said Lakers should have taken Kyrie, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle Lowry when he was on the block.
They should have.
I think so.
I don't think that would have made a difference.
What?
If they stayed healthy, it would have made a difference. If they
he would have.
I think he would have helped them, but I don't think it would have been like a push him over the edge.
Exactly.
As far as to win the title, no, they had to be healthy. Period. They had to be healthy.
For them to have
you
need a healthy AD. Period.
Yeah, that's the key.
The main thing you need.
That's the key.
Healthy AD. After
LeBron
that,
can't be number one anymore. It has to be AD.
And if you put the right auxiliary parts around them, then you're talking something.
Did you? There's another question here. It says, can LA win next year without a third superstar?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anybody can win.
Not with the
no, y'all bugging.
Elephant in the room. The big three over there.
I'll be the elephant. I'll be the elephant. Was that like a fat joke?
No. I'm just saying.
They're not. First of all, they don't got enough money to make like that the right moves to get another to actually, you know what, a non-superstar but like a good team around LeBron and AD. They don't got enough money. They don't got enough room, like it's cap space. It's like they're locked in. They gotta pay. Well, they're gonna get rid of Schroeder. They might get rid of Schroeder.
I think he's going.
I think he's.
Schroeder's a free agent.
Yeah, he's going.
But they
Magic already said that.
Magic said that. Okay, I haven't been paying attention lately.
Yeah. No, he said that. He said that as soon as it was over. He said that he gotta go.
What if the Lakers go after Spencer Dinwiddie?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I think the Knicks.
He was actually good.
He is real
good. He is good.
Maddie's got to go. You know what type of help he would have provided for KD if he was in the game?
Yeah, more than what Joe Harris was doing.
Oh, of course.
That pressure.
Yeah, no, but it's not just that. Joe Harris doesn't create his own shot. He's like what's his name?
Kyle Kuzma. No,
oh boy, with a Golden State, not Steph, the other one.
Clay.
He's like Clay. You know what I mean? Spot up, jumper is money, but when it comes to creating his own shot, Clay can do it better than Joe, but he's not the one.
He's not like Clay is not. I mean, Joe doesn't like he don't hold the ball too long, but he's not just a spot up shooter. But people get that misconstrued. That's what he is.
He's got good defense, but I'm talking offense.
No, not even that. No, on offense. He pump fakes, whatever, and he drives to the basket. He don't just like, oh, I can't get my three. Let me give the ball away. No, he cuts. And I like the fact that he cuts. Like Joe is involved as a all around player. Like he's not just a spot up shooter. He's
all around player, especially if we're comparing him to Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't know.
No. He's not like a ball handler, but I'm talking about like on offense, like he drives. He has mid range. He shoots the three. He's not just a spot up shooter. He's more than just that, basically.
That's fair.
Kahinde has something.
Yeah.
Kahinde says, but Kyle would have brought them some time to get AD
check this
healthy.
out. Before y'all even get into that, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys so y'all can see what's the talk going around. So let me see.
Kimba?
So what we see right here, that's not it.
Don't dang. Y'all just.
Oh, my bad.
We saw the fire.
Check this out. What y'all think about this? Can y'all see it?
No, we heard it.
Hold on. Let me share it. All right, let me see. Chrome tab.
bear with us. This is,
Yeah, we just
trial
tried
and
this.
error. Trial
All
and
right,
error.
so basically it's saying, I don't know if y'all could see it, but all right,
I
let me
bet.
do this.
Wait, what's that Kyle that used to play for Atlanta? And he played with LA. He's the
There we
shooter.
go. Check this out. Boom.
Kyle. What's his name?
What y'all think about that?
That don't put him over the. First of all, losing Montrez and that for Kimba, nah. I could see you lose Schroeder,
Nah, I think that'd work.
throwing Kuzma
Get Kuzma, Schroeder out of there.
for Kimba and some
Not
picks.
KCP though. I wouldn't give KCP.
Well, that's a throw in, but it don't really matter. It don't make a difference. But you
Nah,
can't throw in. You can't have Montrez in there.
What did Montrez do for them?
What do you mean? Did you see his numbers?
No, but what did he do? Why did the Clippers give him up? He doesn't really take you over the edge. He come with the
They gave him
energy.
up because they couldn't pay him.
Let me see. Who was it?
They
Kemba
paid.
Walker.
How you call him?
They couldn't pay
Serge
him.
Ibaka. They
Kuzma
paid
would be
Ibaka though.
No, Ibaka got like a veteran minimum. You see, Montrez got paid.
I don't see Montrez working out. I love Montrez, but they gave him
But
burn.
for Kimba, I wouldn't trade him for Kimba. Like I would want him and Kimba. I'm not gonna trade him for Kimba.
So all right. So what are you gonna do with Montrez? He's too small to help y'all out. So like, what is he
Yeah,
really
I
gonna
don't
do?
say yeah.
Nah, yo.
Now, wait a
You
minute.
defending
Don't
it
put
right now.
it
Ain't no-
Yo, y'all saw the text that Kahende said.
We're not trading Montrez.
That boy is useless. Yo, that's funny, yo.
Nah, he should get traded. He is useless.
Oh, Kuzma.
Yeah.
Kuzma, man, look.
I got a question for y'all.
All right.
So, how y'all feel about Torrey Craig? Either way, if either the Suns or the Bucks win, he's still gonna get a ring.
Torrey.
I mean, yo, hey, he was in the perfect situation.
Because he
But
played
same
half
though,
season with Bucks.
for me as a competitor, I wouldn't want it. I would want it to win it with the Suns. So he's close to doing it. So
But yo, I mean, come on. You know how many
He's
times
still
these
in the ring
NBA
with them?
analysts be talking about,
Because he
yo,
played half season.
Yeah,
with
so
Bucks.
during the
Most
bull
like that.
season, Judd Butcher bring that championship pedigree to the team. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, like as a player, you're right. I wouldn't want that.
yeah, because remember Anderson Varejao didn't take his ring.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but your man was on social media. He was on Twitter. He was like, "I'm just thanking God for my blessings."
He clearly's accepted it. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? Just go all out and win. Go all right and win it.
Exactly.
Like just go. You got 3 more wins and you good. So
So check this out. So as far as the series between the Bucks and the Suns, who do you guys like in that series to take it in? How many games?
go ahead.
Nah, whoever. You could go first if you want, Freezy.
I'll say well obviously I definitely want the Suns to win.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like something about them. It's like it's their year. So I think I want to make it competitive. But
Okay.
it looks like it's gonna be Suns in 5. It kind of feels like
Yeah. I don't see the Bucks really making that much. It's just so many mismatches. Now the injury to what's his name? What's the big man on the Suns?
Aiton.
Darko.
Darko. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I see where you get the names.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. That. I mean, yeah, it's gonna hurt them, but I don't think it's gonna hurt them that much. But yeah,
He wasn't even on the team.
Yeah, but still,
He wasn't
his size can make a difference.
Well, he can put in the other dude. What's his name?
But yeah,
Other dude.
I gotta agree. I think something is telling me they might get swept, man.
That's what Kahende just said.
Yeah,
I would like it to be.
I think they
I
might
wish it
get
was.
swept.
I wish it
Yeah,
was.
that's what Kahende said.
Look.
I think it's a sweep.
I gotta disagree with y'all, and I'm gonna say this because
He's scared.
the Bucks play at home. Like I'm all for the Suns winning, and I know they're gonna win. But when the Bucks play at home, it's a different team.
I could agree with that.
That Bucks crowd, that Milwaukee crowd.
Wait,
They
That's
Wait,
why
wait.
that's why I'm giving it at least one game for them
So-
to win. I'm giving
so
them that one game.
Oh,
Okay, so here's my question now: if they get swept, how does that make Giannis look?
I think Giannis
No.
quit.
No, he gets a little pass. Like he gets a pass
yes.
because he is injured. So I can't say because he was injured. Well, he is
Oh,
injured.
yeah.
What
I get
what
it.
does your man Shay Sharp say?
You in there? You not injured. But he said he doesn't feel any pain, nothing. He said
No,
that today.
I couldn't see, but I wouldn't just put it on Giannis. I would put it on the whole Bucks team, not just
Okay.
Giannis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the thing.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because they
You mean if they
They-
lose, you put that? No,
they got enough talent
No, you
to
don't.
win one.
And I know it's a team game. So you're saying if they lose, you put it on the team, or if they got swept, you're saying. What are you saying?
If they,
Does that hurt Giannis's his brand, his credentials?
Yes,
if they get
yes.
swept?
It damages it to the utmost. Yes, it
But-
does.
Why?
I
It
will.
does.
Because I don't think it should.
You can say you don't think it should, but certain players are catapulted and thrusted into the limelight and donned. I don't want to say the king, you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
you're a certain player.
Okay.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You're KD, you're Harden, you're LeBron, you're AD, even Chris Paul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
You
Giannis.
gotta give him
You
one.
gotta give them
you know
something.
what?
You gotta. There's
Yeah.
there's an expectation from
Put it
you.
like this.
Now, if you get
I
blown,
understand.
you
I
get blown
understand.
out of the series,
When you
You're-
put it like that, when you say it like that, because you know what? If he was hobbling and they won, they're like, "Oh man, he played on a hobbled leg, like
Yes,
Willis
exactly.
Reed, or whatever, like that." Like
Put it like this, man. Even Allen Iverson gave you one
one.
Yeah.
against that Lakers team. Even he gave you one with that
And
roster.
he didn't have the squad that Milwaukee got.
Exactly.
You know,
So you get what I'm saying?
you
Like,
can't get
exactly, Walls, exactly. That team was horrible.
Look,
I tell you, that team was worse than the Cavs team,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you.
see, that's a debate for another day. Because for me,
wait,
I think the Cavs team was a worse team, man.
Yeah.
yeah, you told which Cavs team?
The
No,
one that LeBron bought a squeegee, a pail, a mop.
Yeah,
No, if you go that,
Philly
yo,
was better.
huh? Who was better? Which team was better?
Philly, you talking about with Aaron McKee in them?
Yeah,
Philly was better.
that's what I thought,
Didn't they
man.
have no? They were good.
Yeah, yeah, they did have the Kembe. They did have the Kembe.
Even though he was old, but
That was washed up the Kemba.
You know what though? I really think if Sixers would have had Theo Ratliff, because that year Theo Ratliff was balling, I think it would have helped. They wouldn't have won, but I think they probably
2-3.
two. I think they could have probably won 2 games out of the series. What's your thing? What you think on that, Freeze?
With Ratliff?
Yeah.
Because I think the Kemba was old.
Uh huh.
Let me see. Dude, remember their point guard was Eric Snow. Like, dude, that right there. Let me know that your
No,
leading
but
was
at
Eric Snow.
At that time, he was decent.
No, he was balling for them.
Yeah.
Like this dude. Every time he would hit big shots. I'm like, that's Eric Snow.
And you know what's funny? He was on the LeBron team.
Yeah, he was. But on the bench too. But on the bench this time.
Oh, he was on that.
Yup, but he was on the bench.
Yeah.
But remember,
Oh, wow.
LeBron had on Larry Hughes.
Yeah, he had Larry Hughes,
He had let me see,
Varejao,
Verajao,
Ilgauskas,
That was my
Ilgauskas,
I think he had
Drew
Delonte.
Gooden.
He had Delonte. That's
Drew Gooden. He
yeah,
had
Delonte West.
he had Anthony
That team
Parker,
was trash.
Sasha Pavlovic, whatever.
I mean,
Freezy. That team was trash.
he had.
Now name the Sixers team. Name the Sixers team.
Aaron McKee.
Yeah, McKee, Snow,
Aaron McKee, like really?
the Kembe. Nah, he was. I like Aaron McKee though.
Come
Aaron
on, now keep going. Now keep going.
Who else they had?
Larry Hughes is the second best player on either team. Larry Hughes.
I'll give you that. I mean,
It's debatable, but come on.
yeah. They
Come on. He took a bunch of
okay.
he took dudes with second jobs to the NBA finals.
It's his second job.
I can give you this on a comparable level. I wouldn't have an issue if somebody say Sixers or because now running down through the rosters, like granted they are like they both were horrible behind teams, like
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that Eric Snow was on both teams, like like that speaks volumes or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
but Giannis has to give you one or else
Here you go.
that looks bad, man.
You got Rajah Bell.
Oh, Rajah Bell was on
Ronnie
the
Buffer.
76ers. Yeah,
Rajah was my dude.
Rodney Buffer.
Mm-hmm.
AI.
I liked Matt Geiger.
Oh, I didn't know Geiger like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yo, that was the garbage man, yo.
Yo, they had Kukoc. I completely missed
but
that.
your man was he wasn't washed up, but Kukoc to me was never a star.
Well, you
Me, yeah.
You wildin'. Both of
Stop.
y'all.
But wait, Walls.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How did you feel with Phil Jackson not giving Pippen that last shot and giving it to Kukoc? How do you feel about that? How y'all feel about that?
You think it's you? Are you asking me on the strength of? Do you think it was a racial undertone or?
Why would he do that? If I'm the second, do you think he did it because he felt he would have made the shot, or he wanted to introduce the European player to the league as the next best?
Well, if I'm mistaken, wasn't Kukoc a better shooter than Pippen?
I believe so. They said Kukoc was the Jordan of the Euro League.
No, it was.
I don't think that was the case.
No, that's not it. Look, he's a better shooter. One, and this is the final seconds of the game. You know, people are going to go after your number one and your number two.
Mm-hmm.
If you got somebody who's a lethal shooter, and defenses aren't making schemes for him, you take a shot, and that's what it was. If you're not giving it to Jordan, if Jordan's not the one getting the rock, then it doesn't matter who you give it to. I mean, you can argue it. You might, if anybody else misses it, it could turn into why didn't you give it to Jordan?
That's
You know what I mean? But if you're trying to avoid people scheming for Jordan, and people are going to scheme for Pippen too, because he was a legit Robin. So if you got this dude from the Euro League in Kukoc who can shoot the lights out of the gym, you take a shot out. You shot with him because who's scheming for Kukoc?
I like that.
So I'm not going to blame him for giving it to Tony.
Because people are saying that it was a racial.
Yeah.
No, well, because Scotty said,
Yeah.
I didn't think none of it. Like,
Me neither.
remember, if you think about it, like he had the shot before and he missed.
True.
He missed the shot before, so it's like, okay, he drawing up the play. So I think what really pissed him off is the fact that the play was for him to throw in the ball to Kukoc.
Oh,
But
okay.
That's when he's really like, I gotta throw it in, and I'm not even taking the last shot on top of it. Like, nah, like. So that's the drink. Remember, I remember I was watching the game at that moment. I didn't care. I just wanted to. I was just hoping to make the last shot. That was it.
That's true.
So it was like I didn't think nothing of it until after they talk about Scotty was mad. I'm like, he wasn't even in the game. I just wanted him to make the last shot. But
yeah. I could agree with that. All right, so. Everybody pretty much have it either 5-1 or a sweep.
Yeah.
I got.
What do you have for the Suns and
I gotta say it'd be a game 6, man.
Game 6.
I think Milwaukee put up a fight for the 2 games at their home turf.
I agree.
I won't be surprised at all. Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, but
because that Milwaukee crowd, they'll get them wild.
Yeah.
Oh. So do y'all want to address the comment Kahende said?
No, I'm not touching it.
I don't want to touch that either.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch that either. I'll leave that.
I'll
leave it, for another day or whatever. All right, so
I'll bring it up later.
let's move on to Rups. The Hawks. Should they be happy with their season and look towards the future, or should they be disappointed?
Without a doubt.
Honestly, I think the Hawks, they really proved themselves this year. They really did. They surprised me. I think Trae Young.
Yeah.
Yo, Trae Young, man.
And the thing that's great about having other teams in the playoffs is because you get that stage, you get that spotlight on you. People who watch basketball know Trae Young, but you got the casual fan who might not know who the hell Trae Young is.
That's true.
They do now.
Yeah.
They do now, seeing what they did to their beloved Knicks. You know what I mean? Who was supposed to run them out the gym. You know what I mean? They only got 1 win on them. Then they went.
I don't know who said they was going to run them out the gym. I don't know who said
Stephen A. Stand up.
So many,
Stand
yeah,
up.
so many
Stand
people.
up.
Who,
That's like,
yeah.
They really thought Knicks was
A
gonna.
lot of people
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Yes. And then
even
when
they
it came
was going.
number one in the NBA, the
76ers.
Sixers, not NBA, but the East,
Yeah.
took them to Game 7. They had to beat them 3 times in their arena, and they did it.
That's true.
And it went toe to toe with Giannis and them boys. They put the world on notice, so people know their name now.
And
Because they
Say
beat the
this,
Knicks,
that's
though?
the most disappointing team.
No,
I
not just no. My bad. JR says because they beat the Knicks. No, not just because they beat the Knicks. One, the way they handled the Knicks.
Mhm.
2, going to 7 games with the Eastern.
With the
Number
with
one
the
Here's
team
the best record. The rest,
Yeah,
best
it's
record.
right in the East. Take them to Game 7,
and take them out.
take them out.
Who the Bucks?
No, I'm talking
No, the
about
The
Sixers.
Sixers.
no. I'm talking about
The Hawks.
the Hawks.
Took out.
Okay.
Yeah, they took out the Sixers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think because of
With a
that.
guy that wouldn't shoot the ball at all. I don't give them that much respect. The guy
But,
wouldn't shoot the
hey,
ball. The
I
other
wasn't
guy-
on.
Listen,
Their
listen,
record
listen.
is what it is.
Their
man.
record's
not
what
in the
it is.
play, not in the playoffs though.
But I said the same thing too. But you remember, I said the same. I'm not big on the Sixers.
True.
I think they were frauds.
No, yes,
I watched them all season. I watched
text
them all
Walls.
season, right? All the like they played a lot of close games with the bad teams. Like they were up by like 20 and something like that. The bad
But
teams come back.
that's not the point
But
of the discussion.
when they took the lead in the series, people was like, okay, they're coming to form. Like when they had Hawks down, and Hawks, had to rally and come back and win the series.
But
people
it's the
was
microcosm of the season. Whether you want to say series or game, they get big leads and they let the
They
team
blow.
come back and they can't hold. Because now you got a guy who can't shoot free throws or won't take shots, and you're relying on a center. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
it's
But
too much.
I still can't take it away from the Hawks because
No. I'm not taking away what they
It
know.
sounds like you are. I was about to ask you.
I'm not taking no. I just
Nah,
said
he's
that
not.
the Sixers
I
are
am.
frauds.
No,
he said I am.
So what?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I
So,
am.
hold on. So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Silencio.
Get closer to the mic. Get closer to the mic.
My bad. So, am I wrong for saying that the Hawks showed the world that they're here to ball?
No.
Trae Young is a star. Am I wrong?
I think he's wrong, and the reason I think he's wrong, I text Walls like, "Yo, it's over." I thought it was over, and I thought there was no way the Bucks was gonna win. And you let the Bucks do that? I'm sorry. I know Trae was hurt, but come on. I think Nate McMillan is a way better coach than Budenholzer, whatever.
Boo.
I
Call
think
him Booty. Call him Booty.
I think San Antonio. I think Papa. Him being around Greg Popovich, he got a little experience, but he can't do anything in the playoffs. He can't make adjustments. Chris Paul going off for 100, he makes no adjustments. So I don't know. I don't think Atlanta's as good as we think they are. Because I was disappointed. I text Walls like, "Yo, it's over." Thinking
I
Atlanta had
expected
it.
them to be
Then
good.
I was
last year.
embarrassed.
See,
I expected them to be this good last year, though. See, I even like, but
Last year?
yeah, but Collins was out. Like it was like he failed a drug test or something. Like he missed 25 games. I was expecting them to be like bottom tier contenders last year. Now this year they were contenders, but they overachieved for me. I thought they were gonna be good. Like if you look at the roster, I'm like, damn. When they got Bogdanovich on there. They had also Rondo, but they got rid of him. And I was like, this team is gonna be scary.
Yeah,
They actually were. They actually were.
me personally, I think if Trae Young didn't get injured, Hawks would have been in the finals.
Probably so.
I could agree with that.
That's what I believe, man. So, to their fans,
agree with
man,
that.
hold your head up because they got a bright future, man. And if they keep
Yep.
that team together and they're young,
Pay that man.
Yeah.
They gotta pay Nate. Remember, he was an interim the whole time. That was disrespectful. I
yeah,
think that was disrespectful, keeping him an interim throughout the whole playoff.
they should have extended him. They should have extended him.
But they wanted him to just. I don't want to rock the boat. Let him do what he's doing, and then I'm going to reward him. Because you congratulate him before he did anything. I don't
But
think.
you know what? They haven't yet.
Real talk.
No,
we see that-
he done something now.
time, but we see that all the
So-
time. That they'll
reward you before.
reward you before.
Yeah, but Atlanta does that all the time. because they management team might be like, yo, let's just give it to.
That's
the
how.
going
But other
stigma
teams have
around
done
the
it
NBA.
before.
Yeah.
NBA and football.
And,
And soccer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They reward you quick.
Matter of fact, the highest
I
paid
would've
athlete in the world is that soccer player, that white guy that plays for Spain.
Yeah.
Remember
Ronaldo?
before Nate took over, they weren't even in the playoff spot. They climbed their way there.
Yeah,
And
they
you-
climbed their
you
way
end
back up to the 15th.
you end up in the fifth.
playoffs. They was out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because
So
remember,
pay that man.
when we was talking, and I was like, "Yo, man, I'm disappointed in my Hawks. I was bullish on them."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Nate McMillan climbed them out of that hole, man. So, yeah.
Did they pay him yet? Did they pay him yet? Did they make him a head coach yet?
He's
Nope.
a head coach.
He's
No,
a head
I thought they said they got rid of the interim title.
They did. I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, they
but
said that.
I
They
could
said
be
they got
wrong.
rid of the.
I didn't
Let me
know
see.
that.
Yeah, Nate, look it up and see. Nate,
They said that. Yeah, I was said that. It said they got rid of the interim title. He's just the head coach now. And what is he going to do for the next season? I was reading that a couple days ago.
Okay, yeah.
So,
They better have given. What are y'all talking
Yeah.
about? This boy did his thing.
so here's the thing. Let's move on to the next runner-up.
All
The
right.
LA Clippers. Should they be disappointed with their season?
Nah, because they knew they was gonna lose. They knew.
That's sad. They should be disappointed though, because Kawhi got hurt again.
You know what? It's a lot. You see, it's not just that too. Like obviously, injury is part of the game.
Yeah.
But the fact that from the bubble, the way they blew it in the bubble, dude, you gotta win a chip now, because now Kawhi's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, he might come back, but still, that's a big disappointment. Forget the injuries, right? You still had a deep squad. You have Paul George. You still had a deep squad.
Right.
Yeah.
They have more talent than the Suns. If you want to look at it,
Yo.
I'm thinking like,
Before you go on, shout out to PG-13, yo, because he was balling.
Yo.
He was.
He's
I'm
surprised.
gonna give him respect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him respect, but
Go on.
That's-
Go on. You were saying they got more talent than the Suns.
yeah, like as far as a team, a whole team, like their talent should outweigh the Suns. They just got Suns play smart. They play smart basketball.
Yeah,
That's the difference between them and the Suns. The Suns play smart basketball.
that's
And I
true.
think that, coming off of how they lost last year, dude, that had a 3-1 lead. You know what? Oh, remember what Paul George said? Oh, we that wasn't our expectations. You know what I'm saying? So what now? What, you gotta win it.
Yeah,
I don't care who's on it. You gotta at least make it to the finals.
that's true.
You can't lose to the Suns. No disrespect. I'm talking about, you can't lose to the Suns. The team you should have lost to should have been the Lakers
Or
They
the
shouldn't
Nuggets.
have
Or the
lost to
Nuggets.
anybody. No.
or the
they
Nuggets.
shouldn't
Those are
have
the
lost.
only two teams. Something like
Should have
that.
lost to anybody. You want the Clippers?
If I would say they shouldn't have lost to anybody if they was fully healthy, but the Clippers. But
You mean on
They
the
put
West?
pressure. They put pressure on themselves. Walls. Don't forget. How they call him, Patrick Beverly telling how they call him, Steph Curry, we got the next 4 or 5 years or whatever. They
That's
put pressure on themselves.
talk
You
too
needed
much.
to win it this year, injury or not. So that was their fault.
yeah,
He's
that's why they put his face on the meme when he was still
Oh,
the
they,
trophy
Yeah.
off the porch.
oh, they played him.
He talked too much. Yo. He talked too much.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does.
I mean, hey, I would like. Yes, he's a good player, but for him to be cocky like that, like that's something like a KD or a LeBron. They didn't have that arrogance like that. But when you just mediocre, you're just known for like a tough little defender and everything like that.
You shouldn't be talking that nonsense.
You shouldn't be talking nonsense like that. You don't hold clout as far
But
as
that's what drives him, though, I think.
Yeah, and he
does.
also knows how to get into people's heads. He gets
Yeah.
into great people's heads. The star on the
I could give you that.
He gets in their head.
I could give you that.
Oh, and for the record, Nate McMillan got signed a 4-year deal.
Oh, okay. When did he sign it?
4-year deal. Let's say here. I said 2 days ago. Yeah.
Okay, yes. I was still in holiday mode.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, they did what they were supposed
Well,
to do.
congratulations to him. He deserves it.
Yeah. All right. So as far as the Clippers' future, do you see it's going downhill from here or uphill?
It all depends if Kawhi is going to
You
leave.
got to sign Kawhi first.
Yeah.
I say Kawhi leaves.
You got
You think-
Where? But where? If you're
Why?
leaving, where?
Lakers.
He ain't going.
Well, he's not going to late first. He can't just go to no.
LA to
He
LA.
can, but that
Yeah,
would be
he
so
can.
Okay, yeah.
But
What?
think about
You're gonna
it.
sign
Think
and
about it.
trade?
That just makes the most
Yeah.
sense.
But-
They just lost Schroeder, so they have more cap space now.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's not. Still not enough. It
yeah,
has to
Yeah.
be a signing trade. It has to
yeah,
be a signing trade, and the Clippers are not going to agree to the signing trade. So
yeah.
like, no,
And on top of that, they definitely ain't gonna want Schroeder.
exactly.
No.
Yeah, they definitely.
I
Not
think if he leaves, he might go. He might be able to. Miami might be a destination. I'll say that.
I heard somebody
Other,
speak before.
him and Butler. You think that would work?
Yes.
yeah, 'cause
Yes.
Butler would basically know his role. He would know his role and be like, you know what? Because like he'd be trying to get other guys. I'm like, Butler, bro, you the best player.
Take over.
Wait, I don't know if that would work now that you just said that, because he would push Kawhi a little too hard. Kawhi don't like
Exactly.
being
Put
pushed.
Kawhi to do what? Kawhi is the man.
Yeah,
Kawhi
Yeah,
ball.
but it's like, yo, you gotta play
But you gotta
the
think
game.
about their
Man,
personalities
look
and how they on the
how he
floor.
was with the Timberwolves, man. Jimmy Butler's a no nonsense
But-
dude.
Yeah,
but
Play that.
see the thing about it, Kawhi doesn't talk it. He does it. He actually does it. Like
But he don't play
perform.
back-to-back games.
Yeah,
How
stuff
do
like that.
Well,
Ruckus might
I
want him
can't speak
to.
on that. But then again, Jimmy didn't play back. Jimmy been like on. I don't know. He's been MIA most of the season.
Well, he's been injured.
What about-
but
Injured,
Why
COVID reasons.
Why would take games off where it's just the rest? I don't
It's
think that's
frustrating.
why with Jimmy Butler.
What
man.
if-
I don't know, but hey,
What
but you
about
know what?
the
But
Bulls?
if you got rings, I'm pretty sure Jimmy gonna give you some type of respect too. He ain't just
I
gonna
can
be like,
see that.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see that.
Freezy, what about if the Bucks lose and then Kawhi joins Milwaukee?
That's a
And
possibility.
they get rid of Holiday. Get rid of Holiday.
they're gonna have to get rid of Middleton too.
Well, I'm trying to
Wait.
see if we can keep to get Middleton, Kawhi, and Giannis.
Is it Milwaukee cold?
Yeah.
He's not going there. He said he don't like playing in any weather
Actually,
that's cold.
I hope that's the case because I that would be. I
said
wouldn't
that.
want it to happen. I wouldn't want it to happen. But then again, like I said, I'm not like if the Nets are fully healthy, I'm not worried. I want to see a team until I see a team could beat then that full squad after a full training camp, healthy. Somebody beat them 4 games out of 7.
But you
I
may
want-
never see that because y'all may never be fully healthy.
That's
So
the thing.
therefore,
Like, I'm just saying, like that's just
that
I
may
wanna
not.
see
If it happened, obviously y'all got the edge. That's
Yeah.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Like we just got to stay healthy. Well. We were pretty much healthy. We just minus one person or 2 people, but
nah. Harden wasn't really healthy.
yeah, I'm saying no. Minus him, minus Dinwiddie.
Okay.
Kyrie was healthy, but somebody dirty plays.
You thought that was
Dirty
I
plays.
think it was dirty. I looked at it multiple times.
wait, yo,
And
y'all funny.
then when he jumped over, you see he looked at him, right? You watch my eye. That's how he did it. He looked at him like this, and then he stretched his foot out.
Nah, but
He ain't giving boy space to land. That should have been a foul regardless.
Even Steven Jackson's on air talking about how your man gonna go slide from one side of the court to the other and try to box out.
Steven Jackson talk out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah, it's already.
But he keep it real though.
No, he
keep it real,
doesn't.
though.
I'll say so. I hope he could see it. Steven Jackson will keep it real. He doesn't.
He
He
keep
just
it real.
talk out of both sides. Come on.
No, I'm saying he plays fair to he'll keep it how he feel, but he said if he don't call it how he see it, because he called out Pop when he's like, yo, I was balling and he wanted to keep feed. I forgot, I think it was Manu or something like that. Manu was struggling, but he just kept trying to feed Manu. I'm like, yo, I'm here. I was having a hot game. This is when they lost to the to the Heat when the Spurs lost to the Heat.
Okay.
Steven Jackson, he said, I love Pop, but I got to call like I see it. Like, yo, I was balling, but you just wanted you just love Manu a different way. Something like that. Like he forced his hand. I think he just sat Steven Jackson. He's like, Steven Jackson. He's like, man, I was doing a good job guarding LeBron all season. I'm like, okay.
Every player feel that way. So
Hey, but I'm
it
saying
doesn't
that,
mean he's speaking facts.
We know Manu for offense, not defense.
I know. You know what? I know Manu for critical plays where you need him in that moment. He normally come through. That's Ginobili.
Yeah, I know Manu for that ball spot. Yeah. That was legendary. More than his offense.
You
The
know
bald
what?
spot.
More than KD's hair? You talking
Oh,
about more than
I
KD's
I
hair?
told you, mute this man. I can't look, mute him. I don't know why you
Even on 2K, KD don't brush his hair. That make no sense. Yo,
Same head jokes
they compared my hair to
for men.
KD.
Right. Nah, it's funny though, because every time when I was watching,
I got no comment.
and he hits a big shot, I'm like, yeah, baby. I'm sitting there watching my people. I'm like, yeah. And then they zoom in on him. I'm like, damn, man, do something with that thing, man. Do something, man. You're on camera.
That's funny.
I'm just waiting for his mom. You know how his mom's involved in his life so much. I'm just waiting for her to call him over and just like, come here, baby.
And grab it. And be like,
I'm just waiting for it. You know, like your mom used to do with church on Sundays back in the day. Like, come here. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was waiting for.
That's funny, yo.
I got no comment, yo. I got no comment.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah,
Oh man.
as far as the Clippers, like overall, I think they're going downhill from here. Like that's my opinion. I really think they're going downhill.
It all depends if Kawhi stays. So I can't even give
If
it.
Kawhi stays, the Clippers are done.
If what?
No, you need also
They're done.
If he stays,
If he stays, they're done.
I'm
I promise you,
confused.
because the Suns gonna come back and win it again.
No. Well, I'll tell you this now.
Nah,
For
I'm playing
the and tell me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
You're wrong.
Suns. See, I knew you was gonna say it, but no. For the Suns and the Bucks, this is their golden moment. Snatch it now.
Not
Hold on now. Because
Okay.
for the Suns, Lakers will be back healthy. Golden State are going to get their team back, and they're going to get good picks. Dame,
Nuggets. I'm still not sleeping on the Nuggets.
and then
Portland Jazz.
Nuggets will get Jamal Murray back. You know, and Donovan Mitchell's got something to prove this year because that's 2 years in a row he felt that he shouldn't have been out, and he got pushed out. Now for the Bucks, all I gotta say is the Nets, and just to keep it funky. Not even that's before I get to Miami being healthy, no COVID issues and all that stuff. Them being back to where they need to be. You know what I mean?
You said just say the Nets. What about that?
No, what I'm saying is for the people in the finals now, the Suns, they need to grab it now. If they're not getting it now, they're not getting it next year, and they're not going to get it the year after.
No.
Same thing for the Bucks. If they don't get it now, they're not getting it next year, and they're not getting it the year after that either. So this is your show.
Yo, wow. You wow.
I gotta disagree. on
That's
that.
cool.
Thank you.
I gotta disagree on that because
your opinion.
I gotta disagree on it. I'm gonna tell you why. Age is a factor when you in this sport.
Okay.
And look how LeBron is playing right now. Can you say honestly next season you're gonna have a better LeBron? Honestly.
See,
That's a
LeBron.
good question.
LeBron is
He was hurt this year, so yeah.
Listen,
Regardless,
he's eventually going to slow down. But you know why LeBron don't count? He's a freak of nature. LeBron James is someone you put. You know what I put the category of LeBron James? Like I put that. LeBron James, Michael Phelps, believe it or not, for his sport, and Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
These are people that just aren't human. You know what I mean? They do things like. And for long periods of time, and it's just like they're like superhumans.
Yeah.
Versus, I don't know if you're an anime fan, it's like what I mean, Super Saiyan 5 versus just regular ass Super Saiyans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not on the same level. There's LeBron, then there's the second best person in the NBA. You know what I mean? There's Michael Phelps, then there's the second best swimmer. You know what I mean?
Usain Bolt.
When Adrian Peterson was in his prime, there was Adrian Peterson. And then the second running back.
But
Bolt too.
Yeah, my bad.
But
yeah,
honestly though, can you say he's the best player in the league? Can he actually keep this title right now?
Right now, no.
No. Right now, no.
Even next season, honestly, let's be honest.
Even with that though, you still people can still say KD and LeBron is like 1 and 2.
You can't say that.
I will give the edge to KD.
But look at his age though. For him to be at that age level and still be, 1A, 1B.
Listen, these are two sliders, okay?
But still,
but LeBron is definitely.
Put it like this: look how long he's been in the year.
That is a fact.
And then you're talking the consistency of always making it to the playoffs and just about getting to the finals. That alone is more games and more mileage on your body alone. So for him to have all this mileage and still be at that peak, that that high rating that he is, that speaks volumes.
I understand what y'all saying. I understand what y'all saying.
He's not the
But
old LeBron.
He's not, but he's still
not,
up.
but yeah, it's like he's still effective. That's why I said AD needs to be the man. And if you got a LeBron on your team, it's like you're still a contender.
LeBron is basically
that's
help.
what I'm saying. You're still a contender.
LeBron is basically help, right? That's what we got to do. If AD got to stay healthy, that's
Yeah,
that's
for me, for the Lakers to be a threat, AD got to stay healthy.
To me, you're making him sound like LeBron is a Rip Hamilton.
That's what it sounds like, yo.
I mean,
he's
like,
Robin
that's
the
what
Batman.
it is.
That's what it is right now.
Nah, yo.
He's Robin the Batman right now.
He's a put it
Damn,
like
why the shade on Rip, man?
Nah, bro,
don't
he's not on LeBron.
But yo, at Rip's peak, still can't touch LeBron where he's at right now.
No, nowhere.
No, not even close.
And something that even though you can call KD better basketball player now, it was one thing that KD and pretty much no one else in the NBA that I can remember. You might have to correct me. LeBron makes everyone that much better.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He just makes everyone around him, not just for facilitating the ball, like he gives them this confidence. You know what I mean? So they hitting these big shots. Exactly. You know what I mean? Great defensive plays.
Okay.
Does that like LeBron, you know?
Okay, but see, the thing about it too. Okay, he's done it for a long time, but KD does that too.
No, he does.
Does what?
He makes the team better.
I said no one does.
I've seen.
I just think he does it as well as LeBron. I know KD does.
Yeah, he has it, but see, you know what? You know what? They don't ask him to do it. It's not for him to do. It's like, yo, you're a KD, you do you. They're not asking him to like elevate other players, but he does though. But they're not saying, hey, hand the ball all the time. You know, bring it up.
Here's the disparity. Disparity. It's because yes, they don't ask KD to do it, right? But when they did ask him to do it in the last playoff series, he was gassed.
Flamed out. Yep.
He flamed out.
No, but hold on. Why was he gassed?
But listen,
no one there.
But
no.
He played every minute.
No.
Everybody else is going.
He played every minute.
This is what I'm saying, though. LeBron has done that for pretty much his entire career and been asked to be the one to facilitate the ball and asked the one to play the stout defense on the the best player on the opposite of.
Yes.
LeBron in his prime was asked to do everything.
Yes.
Now, KD, don't get me wrong, can do it, but as far as sustaining it long, he showed that he couldn't sustain it long.
Also, to be fair, hold on, to be fair, right? That was always LeBron's game because when he came in the league, he said, "I'm more Magic than Michael."
I understand that.
That's part of his game. So that wasn't a hit.
So that's why I'm saying you can't, like, even though that's his game, yes, you can't compare that KD can do those type of things for a long period of time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm debating on the part that they're saying that when you said they're asking on LeBron. No, they're not asking. That's his game. Whereas like KD, they're asking me, hey, you know what? Your guys are out. We're gonna need this out of you. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay, I can do it. Because I've seen him. Because I remember there was a game. Remember this is when James Harden got traded. The team was dismantled and Kyrie was away. The Nets were getting ready to play the Knicks. I'm like, man, like why we missing our whole team and we got to play the Knicks?
Excuses.
And then I'm talking to my brother, right? I'm like, my brother started talking to Joe. He made me realize we got KD. The F what you KD was dropping dimes, bro. He led that team. Yo, I think the second best player on the team with Joe Harris.
Yes. What I'm saying is KD can do it, but I'm saying as far as long term,
consistent,
not happening.
That's where it's the problem.
Yeah, of course. I said my debate with you was the fact that when you said they asked LeBron, LeBron was they never asked him. That was his game.
LeBron is a control freak.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and when you say long term,
he is.
And when you say long term, you mean over?
I'm talking like a series where all your guys are out. Like, put it like this: when LeBron lost Kyrie and whatchamacallit,
Love,
Kevin Love.
Playoffs, he basically like took over and like
he took over, but he didn't play every minute though.
He did.
That was a
He
You said
did.
he was gassed.
But he had games. Put it like this: the game against Boston, when that game 6 where it was do or die against the Heat, whatever. He took over that game, like completely took over the game, and then going.
So did KD. He took over that game.
No, not the same way.
He wasn't gassed.
Not the same way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. And JR,
No, he had a 50-point triple double.
LeBron never plays the entire game.
Freezy, I'm gonna tell you.
LeBron gets rested. Okay, even if he takes over a series during the game, he has times where he's sitting down. You know, he gets his breather. Those games. So you're going off. You're judging Durant, KD off of this past series. You can't do that because he was literally gassed. He played every.
If he would have took a break,
but listen.
Other than halftime, his booty cheeks.
This is where I
touched the bench.
This is where I gotta disagree because he played every minute for a do or die game where it was on the line. If LeBron was in a do or die game where the game was close as it was, and he had to play every minute, guess what? He would play every minute. So that's no comparison.
He played every minute.
He's had the opportunity.
He didn't play.
He had to have the opportunity.
The first game that
he played 44 minutes.
It hard on one leg.
But it was a do or die. That's what I'm saying.
He had no choice.
What do you mean?
Hold on. Game 5. Hold on. He did it. KD did it in game. KD
44 minutes.
He did.
In game 5. In game 5, he did it in game 5.
Was that kind of like not a must-win game?
No.
A what?
It's a must-win game. Yeah.
It was a must-win game because
2 stars are down. Why wouldn't it be a must-win game?
No.
Hold on. It was a must-win game. He's talking about game 5, right?
Yes, that was a
pivot. Game 5 is always pivotal when it's tied 2-2. It was a must-win, and you're in a court. I mean, you're at your home court.
Yeah.
So that was a pivotal game. So it's just as important as a game 7. If if these guys go up 3-2 on your home court,
that's what I'm saying.
Then you got to go to their home court down 3-2.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So of course you play them minutes.
That's what you mean.
But then he played in game 5 and game 7 all game. Like game 7 was overtime too.
Wait,
JR got it.
Go ahead. I gotta chime in.
Go ahead.
Y'all can't compare what LeBron's doing with what KD's doing. LeBron actually takes the ball up the court almost on every play. That makes you tired. That's why
he's a control freak.
No, but he doesn't want. I promise you, he doesn't want to do that all the time. Magic used to just throw the ball to his guy, go wait for the ball in the post. LeBron can't do that. He got to bring it up the court. KD doesn't do that also. You preserve energy that way.
But you can tell that that's the case because you know what? Name a true point guard that LeBron has played with, like a true point. Even no matter if he's a scrub, a true point. He never had a true point guard.
How they call him from Miami? How they call him? He called them
Chalmers.
Mario. Yeah, Mario was a true point guard.
He didn't start, did he? He didn't start.
Yeah, he started.
He started. You know him a true point guard though.
He was.
I don't think
he wasn't. He wasn't a two. He wasn't masquerading.
Like he was just there. Like he was there for his defense. But LeBron handles the ball. But LeBron handles the ball. You see?
But I'm talking about taking it up court. It would be Chalmers, and then he give it to Bron. That preserves your energy. And normally LeBron would be the one taking it up, but Mario took that from him. Like, I got it. I'll let him.
That's why he used to step on Mario too. You ever see him in the huddle?
Yeah.
with that,
we always want to fight him. I'm like, I've seen him like go harder at his own teammates than the opposition. I'm like, like damn, LeBron.
He be yelling at them in the huddle,
but nah.
Yeah, like he turned out he about to sneak Chalmers at one time. I'm like, damn.
I remember that. He apologized though.
I will say this past series, like with the Nets, that put everybody on notice the capabilities of KD. Because everybody was like, yeah, I know he's good, whatever, but he always played around other stars, and KD knows how to not take a backseat, but knows how to play along with other stars where he's not stealing, like taking too many shots. And he knows how to work within the system. But that put everybody on notice, like, yo, when I need to be the man, I can be the man.
Yeah, I've heard legit KD haters on the radio come out and say, you know what, like this dude opened my eyes, and I gotta take certain things back that I said about this dude. Like he is the man.
It took this series for people to realize who the 2-time final MVP. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. It was
No,
always
it's not.
obvious he
It's
was
not.
capable of that.
It's not
No,
that.
it's not.
It's the fact that people didn't see. It's like, I know you're capable of,
Mhm.
but show me that you can do it.
Because
He's
because
done
he
it,
took
though.
with
Put
some
it,
of that
put it like
defense,
this. Put it like this. It's
Uh-huh.
like if you see a dude walking jacked, right?
like Junior over here, like
in your mind, you
Yeah.
have the assumption, he could bench over 300. But until you
Not
actually
Junior.
see him do it, you like, yo,
Yo.
he does it. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you,
but we seen KD do that though. Like, you just
see,
didn't
but
put him
it was
anywhere. And
forgotten. You know why it was forgotten? Because okay, everybody talking about he joined the Warriors and
yeah,
then he got hurt. He was gone for a whole year, like a year and a half, a year and a half.
but that game
especially with
he
that,
got hurt. That game
especially
he
the
got
type
hurt.
of injury it was too.
Yeah, and everybody like honestly, I kept telling everybody. They was chronicling like him his rehab. I kept telling my brother, I'm telling you, he gonna be way better. I'm telling you, he gonna be way better, KD. And it showed. He played like the numbers show it. He almost averaged.
How?
What? How his
What?
efficiency went even higher,
No, but
dude.
that's like saying
He's
Julius
in a
Randle
50.
got
Hold
better.
on,
Nah, he
KD's
took
in a
more
50
shots.
40. KD's in a
You
50 40 90 club. He was almost in the 50 60 90 club. Oh no, I'm sorry, 60 50 90 club.
okay,
Meaning
I
he's
see what
shooting 50 from the field goal, 60% from three,
and
90% from the
90
free
from the
throw line.
free throw.
That right there, that tells you right there. So he got more efficient.
See,
Right.
KD was never a person that took a million shots. KD was always efficient.
Efficient,
Mhm.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So KD like that to me, that is I honestly,
that separates him from a lot of players right
in
now.
my opinion, I think he's the most efficient basketball
Yeah,
player.
But then you can thank Westbrook for that, because here's what Westbrook,
Yeah.
a great portion of his career, and Westbrook took every shot. You know what I mean? So KD ain't have a chance to
That's-
take shots.
Nah. It
It wasn't
close.
that bad. It
Nah,
wasn't
it
that
was
bad.
close.
Yeah,
It
there
was
was certain
just bad
times.
towards the end. Towards the end of games where Russell tried to take over. That's
That's
when
when
it
it
was
was
bad.
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it was like it got made it real bad because you look at the game like okay, KD only took 20 shots, Russell took 30. Like, dude, why are you taking 30 and this guy just went 17 or 20? Like,
yeah.
pass the damn ball.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo.
Oh man.
But all right, so I guess we're talking about KD. Let's talk about the NY teams. So we'll start off with my beloved Knicks. Failure or success for the season they had.
Yeah,
I'll start.
Oh, go ahead.
All right,
Let me start. Let me just start because to me it was a success, and it was a success because we're now talking about the Knicks again. So that's amazing.
yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, it was a success. I'll stop there. It was a success because we're talking about it. So it's like when we talk about the Cowboys. No, when we
You
talk
said
about the
what?
Cowboys, things get a little more exciting, even if they're not as good, but they're doing better. It's like it's a success this year. They're doing better. We can talk about them, whether it's hate or so. It's a success, I think.
All right. Me, I take it as a success or whatever. Look, we got the one from Atlanta, which I was hoping for. So it's a success. They got the salary. They got the salary cap space to hopefully make some noise in the offseason. Let's see. Have no
Oh.
idea who they'll sign.
And picks.
Yeah, I
Wait,
have
one play or two?
what? I don't
Y'all
know.
got-
They're gonna have 60 mil in cap space to sign players or whatever. So who they're gonna sign, I have no idea. If you leave it to the New York media, LeBron is coming to the Knicks, KD is coming to the Knicks. Everybody, hell, even freaking Clyde Frazier is gonna come out. But they do have the salary cap space to hopefully bring in some good players, whatever, to plug in some holes or whatever. And yeah, they're talking about him, and it seems like they're headed in the right direction.
Now I want to ask a question, but first we're gonna finish answering your question. So you say success. I make it 3. I say it's a success because not only did no one expect them to do what they did, Vegas rarely gets it wrong.
Yeah.
Vegas put them at 21, 22 wins, something like that. You know what I mean? How many was it again? 40 something.
40
They
something.
doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doubled their total. So huge success.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with all that.
All right.
Yeah,
Freeze.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, they were the laughing stock for a long time. Like,
It's unanimous, and they lost a handful of games by one or one possession, 1 or 2 possessions.
Yeah, they play hard. Like they're built for the regular season because they play hard every
That's
night. This and
typical.
that. They're built for the regular season.
Yeah.
But I say New York Knicks fans enjoy it because
Now here's my
they're
thing.
gonna mess it up somehow next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man, because this going into this offseason, in my mind, I'm like, please don't take a step back, please.
Julius Randle gonna get like half the money.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're gonna give him half the money.
Yeah.
Hold up. So here's the question I want to ask everybody. So okay, now they got all this cap space and picks. Are you buying into the fact that people are now going to want to come play for the Knicks just because they showed grit this season? Because for the longest running joke, if you want to call it a joke, is that secretly a lot of NBA players refuse to come play for Dolan. Okay, so do you think now because they had a good season that actual stars are going to want to come here?
No.
I don't think stars will come, but I think, like second tier players would be willing to come. And I don't think it's more so because the Knicks are doing better, but I think it's more so that's the place they see they can probably get the most money.
Honestly,
That's what I honestly think.
Honestly,
now,
I'm agree with your
Yeah.
point, but I'm not gonna say second tier players. I'm gonna say third tier players. And I think it's because superstars and second tier players, based on what all the rumors and stuff and the reputation of that team and the coach, I don't think they're gonna want to facilitate themselves to the Knicks. That's honestly. I think they would pick up third three. Threw me off.
There you go.
Said, put me in, coach.
Before we go on, we got our boy coming in, Santana Gone Green. So
What
Yeah,
up,
that
play?
pretty Ricky.
what's up?
That's pretty Ricky.
Yeah, what's up, losers?
So we was talking about the Knicks offseason. So you were saying third tier players or whatever.
Third tier players.
Okay.
I don't think they'll pick up any second tier or superstars. To be honest.
So
I'll see.
I mean,
Go ahead.
not to interrupt, but a lot of people thought that about many teams that ended up. Once you start making it to the playoffs, that narrative starts to change a little bit.
Yeah, but we looking at the franchise as a whole.
Yeah, because not I haven't heard the hate for the Knicks front office like for any other team. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think like teams hate the Knicks. I think it's the
The front
management.
office and
The front office.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Also,
And
to the practice.
as long as that's an issue, no superstar or second tier player is going to want to play for them.
See, now the question will
You
be,
can't even
Don't
say
forget-
that, man.
Don't forget
Money
the
talks.
practice facility.
That's true.
That's a key
I
thing.
Well, I think that's more of a factor. That
This-
is a big problem.
it's over there
You're
almost
talking over each other.
Westchester.
Oh, true.
It's at Westchester, and then you got to come through Manhattan, which can
Right.
be easily 2 hours with
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
Wow, get the mic closer because it's
It's a struggle.
All right, could y'all hear better now? Hold on, let me turn.
yeah.
What about now? Better?
Yeah.
I had to turn the gain up on the microphone.
The Suns win.
Nah, you good.
All right.
All right, yeah. I'm looking at the peaks too, so yeah, it looked like it's going up significantly. Let me turn this up more. All right, what about now? Better?
Yeah.
All right, I had to turn the volume
So
up.
if you
I just want to mention
turn
something.
Junior,
So if you
Junior
take
up? Yeah.
if you take this and bring it that way, all the way.
Yo, he stayed trying to cut JR's mic off, yo.
Nah, man. He's trying to.
Hey, yo, I'm not trying to hate on anything.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I got like a spider sense tingling when he about to say something. I know. I'm like, mute him quick. Hurry up, mute him now.
I just want to say something. Raptors, number 4 pick for the draft.
It's about time you
Yeah, look,
mentioned
he got his Raptors jersey on. Look.
The baby dinosaurs.
True.
The iguanas. The iguanas. That's what they were.
Isn't Kyle Lowry a free agent now?
I think he's going to resign.
Yeah, I think he is a free agent. Yeah.
Okay,
He's a free agent, but he's going to resign
but yeah,
because
like-
he wants to retire Raptors.
Okay.
Raptors, so he's going to resign.
but the thing that I see that would help the Knicks is signing a point guard. Signing a point guard to this
Yeah, absolutely.
to
What type of point guard?
Balance out with a distributing one.
Believe me, they want Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm pretty sure they want Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh yeah, they most likely will go after him. But if you could get a point guard to give D Rose rest so that he don't got to do 30 minutes or whatever, which he could come in and be explosive, I think that's gonna help him.
That's a good call.
And yeah, man, they need like another player to take the attention off of what's his name?
Randall Barrett.
Randall.
Quickly.
Because Randall was exposed this playoffs big time.
Exposed is not the word. Like, man, I mean, he disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Because you know why?
He did the reverse James Jones.
You know why he disappeared? Because they finally had the crowd there. You see, he liked to play in the empty gym.
Yeah. You're right.
As soon as the crowd came, yo, what's up, Randall? What's up? You?
Yeah,
no more.
That's funny.
FYI, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Oh, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
So Kyle Lowry's an unrestricted free agent. So
yeah, they don't have his rights. So
we'll see how that goes.
It's okay. A nice mansion in Canada is calling his name.
So we're gonna cover now the Brooklyn Nets. Do you guys find their season a failure or success? Who's going?
I wouldn't call it a failure. I mean, they barely got to play together. I wouldn't call it a failure. I mean, for the Nets fans, they consider it a failure because they didn't win, but I wouldn't call it a failure.
Yeah,
I think they did pretty well considering all them injuries.
I call it a disappointment.
Yeah, disappointment. Yeah, okay. I agree with Gone Green. Like, I don't call it a failure. Definitely disappointment. Like you said, these guys only played to each other 8 games out the whole season. Out of 72 games, only played 8. Like, somebody do the math on that.
Then how's that a success? If y'all really get to play with each other.
I didn't say success. No, I didn't say success. I just said I don't think it's a failure. I said it's a disappointment. You know what I mean? But
if it's not a failure,
that's where he's coming. If it's not a failure, so then what is it?
Nah, you know what I mean? You just because a girl ain't cute don't mean she's beautiful. You feel me? You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
There's levels.
There's different levels.
But that's not opposite. What I'm saying, if it's not a success or a failure, it's one or the other.
There's always gray area somewhere because you got to think about why was it? Okay,
what did y'all accomplish that made it?
What we accomplished? Well, first of all, okay, we put the league on notice. If one of the big three can do that, if one of the big three can do all that, imagine a healthy big three. Now it's a real problem.
But we was already on notice, though. We already knew.
For me,
no. How many doubters said, "Oh, it's only one
they
ball"?
Can't play together.
Oh, they can't play together.
Oh, they can't.
Ego.
Yeah, but it was only one ball and only one player, so we knew.
No. Even when they did play, right? Even when 2 or the 3 played, it was like this: only one ball, right? Debunk. We would debunk that. That
was just hate. That was just hate.
See stuff like that. What else? Oh, they can't play defense. They show they can play defense. Now it's like, okay, only thing they didn't overcome was the injuries. So now a healthy team.
Well, don't only say only injuries because the coaching is mad suspect.
Yeah, but was he really coaching all season?
Whoa,
that's done.
Say that.
He's no good.
I didn't want Nash at all. I didn't want Nash.
He knows nothing about coaching
at all.
He really doesn't.
Before the season ended, before Doc Rivers even left the Clippers, I'm like, yo, I know he's gonna go. I'm like, yo, I hope we can snatch up Doc Rivers. I'm like, give me Mark
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, I'll take Doc Rivers.
No, in my order would have been Jacques Vaughn.
Yep.
Ty Lue.
Atkins.
Yeah, I'm saying what's asking left, and that's what I'm saying. Like I would have took Jacques Vaughn, Ty Lue, and then Sam Cassell. I would have went with Sam Cassell. Those are it. I don't want no Doc Rivers. No, I didn't want Doc Rivers.
Why? Why don't you like? Why are you not bullish on Doc Rivers?
Cause dude, he's overrated. I feel like
I don't think so. He
is overrated though.
Adjusting. No, I think he does have issues adjusting with certain teams. But I don't think he's on.
I think he.
Think about it. Did he? Didn't he? Do you think he underachieved with the Celtics?
Yes.
Underachieved with the Celtics?
He had a big 3.
With the Celtics?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't.
Because who was stopping his big 3 in the East? Nobody. And they kept
think about it, right?
They were kept like the Lakers
The
though.
They should have been in the finals every year with the big three because there was no real challenge in the East
How
until
many?
the Heat came along.
But when the big
I'm
three,
not
Until
a
the
fan.
Heat came along, and then it was over.
how many? Well, yeah, but that was
The
a
big
different
three
big
was only together for like 3 years or something, right?
like 3 or
The
4
Celtics,
years,
yeah.
and weren't they in the finals like what 3 years?
It's something like that. And
They
then
played-
they have
Okay, you
injuries.
talking about.
Then they have injuries too.
Yeah, they went back.
Okay, the injury, the main injury was what? Kendrick Perkins. That one year was Kendrick Perkins.
Didn't they repeat with the
They didn't
the
repeat.
finals?
No,
No,
they
not
won.
championship,
They
not champ.
won.
No, not
Then
repeat.
don't say repeat.
No, but I'm
No,
saying
back to
repeat.
back. No, back to back. No,
No,
no, because it was Orlando. You talking about Orlando? Then
I know Orlando did one, and they got
Orlando. Yeah. Well, then when they played the Lakers, yeah, that's how it went.
Then the Celtics went back to the finals, correct?
No, they didn't. No,
That's what I'm saying. I could assume it was they had a back-to-back year.
no,
It
they
almost feel
lost.
like that.
They lost the second year. The second
think they
time,
did,
I think they lost to the
Nah, they
Knicks.
didn't have no back to backs.
They lost to the Knicks. There's the second year they lost to the. No. I'm sorry. I'm getting
I was
confused.
about to say, there's no way they lost to the Knicks.
No, they did. They did. No, they did that one. I forgot what
That
it
was
was.
that was at the tail
That was
end.
after. That was the tail
Yeah.
end. They were all hurt. Then they did.
Wait, that was with Melo?
Yeah, that was with Melo. When
Okay.
Melo, yeah.
That's 2013.
Yeah, that was 22. My bad. That was a tail end. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like when they played, like even the second
did
time they
back
played
to
the
back.
Lakers, the
Well, back
Lakers
then.
had a good team when they had Gasol, Ron Artest. You know, they and even not for nothing, Andrew Bynum was a good big at the time too because he was healthy.
True.
But I still felt that they still had the better team.
Celtics,
Yeah, they still had the better team.
Yeah.
they may have, but yo, when
They remember, all you were missing was Kendrick Perkins.
they
That's
did,
it.
but I don't know, man. Phil knows
So,
how to work magic.
Okay, let's go away
He
from the
underachieved.
Celtics, right?
Yeah,
Let's look at the rest of his career. He failed in Orlando. He failed in with the Clippers. Look what he did with the Sixers. I'm saying, like, you can't put all the blame on him, but you know what I'm saying, it's following him though.
It's a trend, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, I get what you're saying. He's the common denominator.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but I think he's overrated. He get a lot of praise. Like, he
Okay.
shouldn't be that coach that he left the Clippers and he got a job the next day with the Sixers. Nah, he shouldn't have.
Yo, you know who I think is a hell of a coach, yo? Rick Carlisle.
Oh yeah.
Carlisle?
Oh yeah.
Rick Carlisle.
Where'd he
boy.
go now?
Shout out to
He's on
Santana.
the Pacers.
Sharing the same name.
But
But
he's on the Pacers now.
yeah. So I think he just started. He just went to the Pacers now.
Yeah.
So
Like 2 days after they fought, like he left.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
like
I
that.
think and Mark Cuban was mad.
Oh, that Carlisle left?
Yeah. Mark Cuban was mad that Carlisle left, yo. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause he wasn't getting along with Luca.
yeah.
He wasn't gonna get rid of Luca though.
Nah. All right, so for me, I don't feel that the next season was a failure because of the injuries, and being the fact that they had Kyrie down, and so in my opinion, James Harden was basically done. Yeah, he was out there, but
Yeah.
he was basically a decoy. Shout out to Worthy.
Bad decoy.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I felt. That with all those injuries and everything like that, they did. I wouldn't say the best they could, but they put up a good fight or whatever, and it went to Game 7. So to me, it wasn't
They were like one shot away from winning the series.
not even one shot.
No,
One
KD.
one
Yeah,
inch.
yeah, the KD's too. Yeah, true that. But I was also talking about Joe Harris. If he would have hit that three, dude, that
Yeah,
would have put him up by 5. And man,
Joe Harris disappeared.
yeah,
He definitely
he
disappeared.
did. All right. So, what is your take? Do you feel that it was a failure or no? For the Nets?
Man, I think the Nets are overrated, man. I think they learned a valuable lesson,
Uh-huh.
and they took home this lesson, and they'll probably come back more humble.
Oh, hold on, overrated.
I don't even know who I'm talking to. Like,
Over,
am I talking to the Suns? Like, who's talking to me?
overrated.
I'm talking to y'all right now.
Hold on. Hold on, overrated, right? You're the number 2 seed in the East, and your big three played 8 games and overrated. Man, that's scary right there.
Can you imagine if they played 30 games together?
Imagine if they would have played more games in that. And like, come on, they would have played the Wizards in the first round, then play the Hawks. Now playing what happened to Giannis, whatever. Then play the Bucks.
But
It's
you
been a
missed
healthy
the
team
point,
out of it.
they took a life lesson.
But how is that overrated?
And they
How
gonna
is that
learn from it.
overrated?
Nah, because y'all was supposed to win everything. Y'all supposed to step on the
Exactly.
court
Okay,
and
but how
have
is that
a million
overrated? No,
points.
hold on.
That's
Hold
what
on.
it should have been.
Who said they were supposed to win everything? All I heard that wasn't gonna work.
Nah, but that's
No,
what you
it
was
wasn't gonna
listening
work.
to. That's not what we
The mass media.
Uh,
Say that again.
But see,
The mass media said it wasn't gonna work.
all the talk about them being overhyped was media and fans talk. I didn't hear that from the Nets, like the Nets players.
But what else I'm saying, in general, I felt like they're overrated.
They were
Like,
humble.
exactly.
There was no overrated.
How is it overrated? I don't get the explain the overrated part.
You can use this in any other sport. It can be overrated. Like you can say you got the 07 what's their called?
Like,
the Patriots. You got all these people on the team, but then all of a sudden their stars go down. They only get to play a couple games out the season. There's only 16 games in the NFL, so let's say they only played one game together. They played one game together, and they didn't have the record you think they were going to have.
Good point.
They still just missed it by a little bit. Are you kidding me?
See,
Nah, come on, man.
You're using the wrong word because I'm trying to see where the overrated comes in.
You can say the Knicks were overrated because they overachieved.
See, and not on some hating stuff. You know.
Hold on. You mean for the playoffs?
Is right.
As far as the playoffs, the
No,
Knicks.
I mean for the season. You could say.
I don't think the Knicks were overrated. Like they were overrating the Knicks. I don't think they were doing that.
No,
the Knicks.
I think they were overachieving. I don't think they were overrating the Knicks.
What I'm saying is,
Go ahead.
this is what I'm saying. Going into next year, right? If they're like, okay, Knicks, granted what they did last year, or whatever, we're picking them to be the 5th seed or whatever.
Okay, yeah,
They're overrated.
Yeah, that would be it.
Because the talent doesn't equate to
exactly,
where you're putting them at. Their talent
that would be overrated. Yeah,
where they should be at. That's what I guess that's what I'm looking at. But
yeah,
hey, that's why it's called matter of opinion.
Yeah, opinion.
I just want to read out the definition of overrated to y'all.
Okay.
Rated or valued too highly. Mm-hmm.
By who? Who? The media was trashing the Nets. There's only one goal.
Not even.
They can't play defense.
Them healthy. Dude. Everybody was behind y'all.
No, when did they get behind the Nets? Hold on. When did they get behind the Nets? When the playoffs started.
Wait,
y'all had a squad before y'all got KD, before y'all got Kyrie. Y'all had a squad. So to input any one of them, y'all should have done I think y'all should have won it. To put KD on the squad y'all had last year?
No, but see, that was in the same squad.
I don't care about
y'all getting it wrong.
Y'all got rid of
Y'all getting it wrong. Think about it. Exactly. Think about it.
And then you added KD. I'll take KD for anything you just said.
No. Think about it. Look, I said it. Look.
I don't know.
This is my opinion. Hold on. This is my opinion, right? This is my opinion. If you would have gave me the same squad, this is before Harden, right? If you would have gave me a healthy squad with Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, that team would have won the finals. Now, if you get rid of some of the core players, and then you add Harden, but Harden is not healthy. How are you going to say that's the same team? Like it's not. He has to be healthy for it to match up for what they lost. He wasn't healthy, so it was basically KD and Joe Harris, basically.
No, I don't know about it. So that's all
I'm gonna get props to Blake because Blake played. But he wasn't
Blake.
I was like, so that's all y'all had.
Blake's
well, no. It's not all we had. It's what Nash put out there. Where was it?
That's why I think it was a failure. Nash did not do his thing.
Well, see, but you can't. No, see, where was Claxton? Where was Claxton this whole time? He played good defense on Middleton and on Giannis, and he played 1 minute to guard the inbounds. He played 1 minute to guard the inbounds,
and not 1 minute. What you say?
If y'all don't win next year, Nash is gone. I promise you.
Well,
No, if we
They
don't
gonna
win
fire
next
that.
year, I say that, and if we don't win next year, forget injuries, forget that can't be an excuse no more.
They might fire him before the season.
I would say it's a failure because you know what?
They might have to fire Nash next season.
They might
but why though?
mid-season, whatever, but I doubt it.
Kyrie said y'all don't need no coach, so we can't put it on Nash to be real.
So
yeah,
come on now.
You're right, but there is a such thing as basketball IQ.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
Nash's basketball IQ was buns.
Yo, Green.
As a coach,
As a coach, yeah, because remember he was a good
coach.
He had great court IQ when he was a player. So that's why I thought
his problem with rotations.
We learned from when Magic was coaching that it doesn't translate.
Look, I still don't understand.
What about rotations, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DeAndre Jordan didn't see not 1 minute of that Bucks
in the playoffs.
But he was bad though.
No. Even though DeAndre's a shell of himself, but what I'm saying is
give him some
somewhat slow. Yeah, somewhat slow. Giannis now put another big body in the paint. Even put him out there to give fouls, just to give fouls, something,
or even to put a body on Brook.
Yeah,
like how you just let him sit on the bench.
And Claxton. Okay, let's get past that. What about Claxton? Dude, the team defense was higher when he was on the floor. The dude can guard you from the 3-point line, and he can guard you in the paint.
You could have left Claxton on Brook.
No. Put him on Middleton. I said put him on Middleton. Yeah. You know what Middleton?
Middleton been balling this playoffs though.
It seems like that, yeah.
But he was keeping up with it. When he played that little footage of Claxton guarding Middleton, I'm like, yo, why wasn't he playing in game 5? Game 7?
Wait, Freezy, I don't think Nash was allowed to coach. I don't think they allowed him to coach. It was more of a yeah, we hear you. I think that's what was going on.
It wasn't. It felt like that. It felt like that, but no. It kind of felt like that. But no, it wasn't. No.
That's funny, yo. All right. So switching gears, as far as KD goes himself, do you think that he should be on the Olympic team or he should take the time to rest?
I originally say rest, especially since the injury he came back from. But someone brought it up to me and they said, what difference does it make? Because even if he doesn't do the Olympics, these guys in the offseason, they ball. You know, they go to like Rutgers Park and ball. You know what I mean? So why is it different than being on the Olympic team doing
It's a different energy, though. It's a different energy.
More competitive.
Let me ask this. If you get injured on the Olympic team, then you're basically fully covered. Like, because I know if you get injured outside, like say you playing Rutgers or something, you get hurt. That team can technically cut you, right?
I believe so.
I think they could technically cut you, but you're protected.
Yeah, that's true.
So that is kind of a smarter way to go about it.
All the athletes are.
Another thing too, you just don't want to see it because the fact that we're gonna see him play, like, oh, you should be home. You should be like, we don't see them playing hard in a gym. It's closed.
Yeah.
It's just that the fact that we have to see it and we see him get hurt, we're pissed.
Yeah, because it's
why
like
are you here?
Took off, but it's like, bro, if you were doing the same thing at the Rucker right now.
But you know what? But you know what? You gonna say what it is? I get it. Iron sharpen iron. That dude, he wants to play against the best.
Yes,
I could be in a gym versus some bums, but I'm out here playing against like Argentina, Spain, and Serbia. Those guys.
And
I get it. He's a baller.
Them other teams in other countries been getting better.
They got better.
Remember we used to send college players to play in the Olympics till that they got destroyed. US got destroyed. Then it was like, all right, we gotta start sending NBA players. Yeah, man. So the world is catching up or whatever. All right. So what was you about to say?
I said foreign teams is looking real
nice. Yo. Think about it. A lot of the players in the draft be coming from other, foreign players or whatever.
I didn't hear what he said. What team?
He said, them foreign players is, they coming up. Yeah.
And people are taking pride in playing for their country. So, like, you got, I can't remember his name, from Dallas. Jesus.
Luca.
Yeah. Luca's playing.
You know what? Too?
Yo, have you seen Luca's squad for his country he's representing?
Nah, that's what I was gonna tell you to do. Pull up the USA.
The French team ain't bad either. The French team.
Here's the thing: a lot of these countries, these Olympics is bigger than their championships for their leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So they looking to represent and go hard, Joe.
And everyone wants to take down America.
Everybody want to go against
and they
America.
might have a shot this year because not a lot of people are playing. So.
Because it's a U.S.
Does it almost feel like it's? Does it almost feel like everybody want to take down the blacks? That's what it feels like we want to show our superiority. It just feel like that because you team say usually like one or two white people, whatever, but it feel like we can beat the blacks at their own game. That's what it feels like sometimes.
I think it's America. They trying to beat America.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's America, but it's just because it's a team usually black.
I know what he's saying.
Yeah,
it seemed like it's like they show more. They show more fight too. Like you know what? I don't know, but that's just
blacks are but we're the standard to be honest.
Think about it.
Of course.
Even Larry Bird said it. He was like, "Yo, I hated when a white defender would guard me. I wanted a black defender to guard me."
He's like, what are you? He said, like, what are you doing? Why are you guarding me?
That's so disrespectful.
But that's what he said. He kept it real. That's what he said, Joe. But yeah, what's the Olympic team roster for this Olympics? And before we draw into that, how do you guys feel about they're thinking about boycotting the Olympics because of the Sha'Carri Richardson situation? And just earlier, it was said that 5 African women who test higher for their testosterone levels, and that's their natural testosterone levels, are basically being banned from competing because of the level of their testosterone levels. So the talk is people like outsiders are talking about boycotting.
Before we go there, just before we forget, so the Team USA this year, you got KD, Lillard, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum. So they got all the young boys coming out.
Yeah, Bradley
Beal, Zach LaVine, Kevin Love,
that's a squad.
Draymond Green, Bam Adebayo, Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Jeremy Grant.
That's a squad.
That is.
It sounds good, but
it's a
squad. Think about that squad when they had LeBron, Melo, Wade, Kobe. They won by maybe 4 points versus Spain. I'm like, come on, man. The international teams is getting they catching up, yo.
Well, all those superstars might be harder.
I think Kevin Durant's presence is going to make a big difference.
True, but I would have liked a center. I would have liked we need some size. Definitely some size. If Kevin Durant going to play center,
Adebayo is a decent.
Kevin Durant is 7 foot. Adebayo's not 7 foot.
Yeah, but
he's not green either.
But he played big though.
But who do you think is more built for banging down low?
Adebayo. But Kevin Durant's gonna end up playing center too. Like you think about, he's out the game. If Adebayo's out the game, who's playing center? Draymond Green.
Yeah.
See,
he's been holding it down though.
A little bit bigger.
But AD would have played if he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
With KD and AD together,
that'd be nice.
We got it.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see what happens, but I think with the squad they got, I think they could take the gold.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I think they can, but it's like it's not given. It's not a given right now.
It starts in less than 30 days. The thing that I like about it is that gives me the nice transition right before NFL pop off. To watch before NFL pop off.
Yeah.
Wait, we're switching sports?
Well, we was going to talk about the boycotting of the Olympics. And I know you said that you had a take on the whole Sha'Carri Richardson thing. So
No, but Walt, I'll say I didn't know it was boycotted because of the higher testosterone.
Well, that's also like that's new. That's new. Let me see, because that's new information.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, years.
But people were talking about boycotting it because of Richardson.
But see, all right, I could speak on that. With me, I do smoke marijuana, and I do believe, to me personally, it is a performance enhancer in some way where it makes me focus more. It helps me have edges over people in preparation. So I feel if you know it's illegal and you feel it, if my kid is doing the right thing and your kid failed it, no, I don't want your kid to have one and beat, like, she get a gold medal. That's not fair. My kid did it the right way, no weed, had to go to sleep early, do what he or she had to do, and Shakari's just gonna come in smoke. Nah, I don't find that fair. I feel that was the rules. You have to stick to it. It's gonna open a can of worms once okay, I'll bend the rules for her. Everybody's gonna want the rules bended. No,
I know.
like y'all wouldn't want it bended.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people is gonna feel that way.
I can see
That
where you're
they
coming from, but like,
I agree with everything, but I don't think the performance
so yeah, it's not a performance.
No, but what I'm saying is, it is for me.
Yeah,
If
for
I
you.
smoke weed, I can go work out and I'm more focused. What I'm trying to say is, we don't run track to know how it elevates her performance.
No, okay.
Nobody knows that to
But
say that. I'm talking about in her training. I'm not talking about while she's racing. I'm talking about in her training. If it
that's the
gives you
thing.
clarity,
But
but Drew, sorry, Haiti, if it gives you clarity to train better, isn't that performance enhancing? Because your performance will be affected in a positive way. So how does that not enhance your performance? I'm
because
telling you,
it's more
it
that
enhances my
See
affects the
somebody
performance,
mental
saying
though.
that.
That
what was
affects
you
the
saying?
mental, not the
and that's
physical
part of
abilities.
it.
What
It
was you
doesn't.
saying, Sam?
Huh?
Nah, Sam was saying something.
Oh no, I mean, some people might feel that it is altering. Like he said, he's able to focus more. So it's almost like somebody who has ADHD taking Adderall or something like that, and they're able to focus better, meaning they're able to perform
Adderall's
better
not,
and
but Adderall's
focus
not
in
legal though.
school.
That's
But
that's
see, what I'm
that's
What
for
saying.
happened?
that's for your mental status. So
That's the thing. Yeah,
Adderall,
mental.
it's not. It doesn't physically do
All of
Yeah,
that stuff is
but what,
pharmaceutical,
but
so it's
what
not.
he's, but what he's, I get what Sam's coming from because he's saying even though you're saying that Adderall is mental, the same thing with the marijuana, it's mental. So your mind is your mind is crazy because think about it. It's like if you go to the gym, right, to go, I don't know, bench 225 or
a
whatever.
little lower, a little
Two,
lower.
but if
275,
you go to
275.
bench 2 plates or whatever, right? When you're by yourself, you'll probably get it up 1 or 2 times or whatever, like depending on your level, whatever, you'll get it up 1, 2, 3 times because it's just you. But now you get a spot, you doing the 10 reps because you mentally know you have the safeguard, so you're willing to push yourself more. So if you're telling me that the THC and marijuana can help you mentally plays a big aspect as far as your capabilities.
But
Tom Brady.
is that the reason why it's banned?
Yeah,
No.
but here's the thing
That's
though.
not the
No,
reason
no,
why
When
it's
no,
they
banned.
label,
that's not the reason why it's banned.
Yeah,
I
but I'm saying though, but like say, go ahead.
go ahead, go.
that's for June's personal experience.
Yeah,
But HTC,
THC.
THC.
right, I'm thinking about the damn phones. THC has been labeled as a downer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's been scientifically
No, that's not true though.
it is labeled as a downer.
No,
It may
but
not be a downer for you.
sativa isn't a downer. I go to the dispensaries with brochures and stuff. It's not
I'm
a
about to say, what
downer.
the hell
It
is a
actually
sativa?
Sativa's actually an upper. That's what in the mornings, if I smoke that, I actually can be more active and like I wake up. If not, then the indica is a downer. That
Wait,
is a downer. It puts you to sleep.
so it's a sativa you smoke.
So there's different grades of marijuana. Sativa brings you up. It makes you want to work. It makes you want to work out and do things.
We got
Indica make you want to go to sleep. Make you want to just sit there. Nah, I'm just
Breaking
saying.
down the
So
science.
sweat.
no,
Nah,
because I believe in it.
see, I didn't know that. You just educated me on that because, like I said, I don't smoke or nothing like that. So I'm like, I don't have much knowledge on it. So that was very informational or whatever.
Kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah,
It's not.
definitely.
It's not really a drug. I'm not trying to promote it. I don't think
No,
kids
I'm just
under a
saying. No,
certain
yeah,
age
we
should
grown. We
do it.
adults.
Because we are live
We're
though. But
adults.
you
We're
know,
adults here. This ain't
Yeah,
kids. Don't
exactly.
do drugs, kids. Make sure you know.
But
But
what y'all
yeah,
thinking about her? What y'all feel? I don't hear what y'all feel.
well,
Look,
you
Miss
know what's crazy?
Miss Lace Front, bent like broke the rules.
you said
You know,
you said
what's
Miss Lace
crazy?
Front. That is what you said.
I just did
Oh my,
a I just did a morning rant this morning when I went to work out on the whole Shakara Richardson, situation or whatever. So pretty much like for me, the fact that she took accountability for what she did, it is what it is. My only issue is as far as when it comes to weed, I would much rather being around a person that smoked weed than actually that smoked cigarettes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Weed,
I'm
weed,
talking about
is like, weed is like the bottom of the barrel as far as drugs go, because
yeah, it is.
alcohol affects you way more.
Hell yeah.
Cigarettes affect you way more. All
Yeah.
these other drugs affect you way more. I never heard nobody.
Affect what? You mean in a negative way? But
Yes, in a
Okay.
negative way.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay. Look, somebody
weed-
put in there. Look what the question. Like,
Erica?
statement. Look, they said it added. Okay, let me ask you this: what if somebody was to drink? I don't drink coffee, but I hear that coffee makes you hyper.
No,
Like,
it
what if
doesn't,
that gives you an
Erica.
advantage? Huh?
No, not you. I'm talking to Erica.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question here. What if somebody drinks coffee before a race or something like that because it gives them that that extra? And I don't know. I'm just saying because
No, it does.
coffee
but
wakes
It
you up.
does. It
So
does.
it does,
yeah,
but it's not illegal. See,
yeah, true. But I'm
to
saying,
me-
like,
But it's an
are we
advantage,
just saying?
though. But it's an
but it's
advantage.
an illegal.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's going to the added advantage. Like, if I take a shot of coffee before I run a race, I mean that's an advantage as well.
Advantage.
So it's
Yeah.
mainly because it's illegal. That's why it's a problem.
Well, you call it illegal, but it's only illegal due to taxation. Remember, alcohol was
Exactly.
before.
Yeah, true. That's what I'm saying. But no, I'm
As long
responding
as they
to
can tax it, they don't care.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
But here's the thing: is where she
Because
smoked it.
It's legal where I'm at.
pharmaceutical drugs
What
is way
she
more
smoked
than
it
weed.
was when she was training. It was legal.
Yes.
So
because I'm,
Here's the thing, though. See, just because where she smoked it, it's legal. Put it like this:
You're-
if you
I know companies.
put it like this: if you're a person that's on probation or something, and you're in a state that allows you to smoke weed, or of course liquor is legal, whatever. If you're on probation or something, guess what? You can't partake in those type of things. It's illegal for you to do under the stipulation that you are. Just like for a company, if you're working for a company, yes, it may be legal in a sense, but guess what? You can't come to work drunk.
Yeah.
You can't come to work high.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
those stipulations are what they are.
That's what I'm saying. I know companies
You get
can
what I'm
have their
saying?
own rules to it.
My thing is, the Olympics don't care if you smoke during the off season. They're just like, don't test positive when it comes to partaking in our event.
Right.
And I understand she had a situation that, her biological mother passed and everything like that. But my issue is when you do it and it's hurting your bottom line as far as your money goes. And like I said, she took accountability for it. It was her choice. It is what it is.
She
this is what it is. Yeah.
She said she knew it was wrong, but my biggest thing is people making excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you
I
mean.
have a problem more with the testosterone thing with the women in Africa.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I have a problem with that.
Which let me share the screen on that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not making an excuse for her. I just think it's just stupid for them to still consider it illegal. Period. I thought it was effed up when they did that to Michael Phelps. They dropped him for 6 months. He lost.
It was 5 months.
Okay, you gonna
No, sorry,
You
3
gonna
months.
nip at me?
No, the thing.
It's not-
if you want to present the facts,
I thought it was 6.
no, it was 3 months. It was 6 months It was 6 months after the Olympics ended.
Mm-hmm.
5 months
Look at that
before
lie.
his world championship.
Yeah.
What?
But no, I just hate this guy. Nah.
Like I said, this is gonna be in my morning rant video or whatever. So I'm kind of like whistleblowing whatever. But people was trying to make it a race thing where they're talking about. I think it's race. It's racist to only test athletes for sports. Number one, that's implying that only black people smoke weed. That's
Yes.
number one that you're implying. Number
Oh,
two,
you're
number
right.
two, you can't compare the race thing because
It's
Michael
definitely
Phelps,
not a race thing.
Michael Phelps didn't test positive.
They just got caught doing it.
No, it was a picture of a bong in his mouth.
That was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
boy was trying to blackmail him, whatever. And when the price got too high,
His boy.
he leaked the picture of not a boy, but associate, whatever. He leaked the picture of him at a
It
party.
was Lochte. It was Lochte who did it.
With the bong in his mouth. So he never tests positive. It was just a picture.
Wow.
The Olympics committee did not suspend him. The U.S. team is who suspended him. That's a big difference. The U.S. team suspended him for his actions, whatever, and it was enough time for him to compete in his world tournament that he was going to partake in. And on top of that, he lost a bulk of his
Oh,
sponsorships,
facts.
mainly the big one, Kellogg's. So when you comparing what she went through as opposed to him, who is the one racially that is affecting more? The white person or the black person? Because she still has all her sponsors. She only got suspended for 1 month and he got suspended for 3 months. So how are we turning race into it?
Yeah.
People like to turn race into it, but don't even know the whole dynamics of everything.
Yeah, I wasn't calling that
No,
racist.
no, I know that, but a lot of people were trying to
No,
make it a
it's true.
racial thing.
Well, they use
Yeah,
it. They
My
use it
hottie
because
called it did.
they use that just so so their voice can be heard. Dang, okay,
I
Yeah.
heard, to get a platform. But
Yes.
I do think the Olympic Committee is on some racist stuff, though. You hear the situation with the swimmers? They had a special cap for
for black
yeah,
women.
was it for braids or afro? And they banned it, so they said you can't swim. I'm like,
I heard
what?
about that. I heard about that.
That was a little off the wall.
But here's the thing that I was bringing about whatever, the 5 women banned from Tokyo whatever, and right here I'm gonna highlight it. The right here, wait. The results from this testing indicate that both athletes have a high natural testosterone level. So if you have a high natural testosterone level, how can you be banned?
Racist.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you
Essentially.
cheated or anything. So how are you being banned from participating?
But before you even say there, they allow transgender people to participate for the other sex. So that's clearly that's clearly someone having testosterone competing in women's sports. Now you're telling me women who have natural testosterone, but you're gonna ban them?
So let me ask you. So they actually have women transgender women competing in the Olympics.
The Olympics,
regular women,
but
or is it like
top?
I don't think it was the Olympics.
Okay.
Nah, he's making that up.
No, I'm not.
No, I don't think it was Olympics.
Fake news. Fake
No,
news.
it's not like that.
Yeah, it wasn't the Olympics.
You about to go say check the hardware.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
No, it's not.
Wait, check the hardware.
All right, but yeah, with that being said, though, like, with the whole hair thing and everything like that, do you think people are right for looking to boycott the Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah. For especially for not for the Richardson thing, but for the thing with the
hair,
the swim
the bonnet,
cap.
and then the testosterone stuff.
That's crazy.
Sam, what's your take?
Somebody mentioned that it was a weightlifter. I don't know.
That's what I was talking about. That's
I know there was a transgender track woman.
It was the white.
But it wasn't for the Olympics though. It was just regular competing for
competition.
I don't know enough details on that.
Oh, okay, all right.
To really
But yeah, for me, I don't know, man. I for that being the fact that, like I said, I'm a black man, and it seems like they doing things to affect blacks. I think
They've been doing that for a long time though, so
I don't feel bad if people say, "Hey, I'm a boycott it." Like, it is what it is. I don't feel bad.
But I guess it's the timing that just looks weird. It's like, all right, Richardson, she's smashing all the qualifiers and stuff like that. She looks like she's about to be a problem in the Olympics. Nah, we're gonna suspend her. We're not gonna let her run. Now you got these African women like, yo, they about to smash these joints. Nah, you got natural testosterone.
Yeah,
you're right. You're not performing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
that makes no sense.
It's the timing that's a little.
Yeah. What's your take on it, Ray? I mean, being the fact that you do got African heritage in you, so what's your take on it, brother?
Technically, we all got African heritage in us.
But I'm just saying, like, it's more deep rooted.
Honestly, I think.
Don't die on us right now. grab a
No,
soda.
no, I'm good right now.
All right.
No, so honestly, I think okay, yes, she did make a mistake. She was going through something. She inhaled weed or whatever. She went against the rules.
Yeah.
On that notation, I think okay, we can let that slide. She went against the rules. She does have to serve some type of penalty.
Okay.
But as far as the African woman, the natural to serve, no.
Yeah.
That's
That's crazy.
That's OD.
What do you feel about the
Yeah,
head?
that definitely sounds crazy.
What do you feel about the cap for the swimming? How they trying to ban it for black women?
I think that's some BS because
caps.
they know how much black women care about their hair. That is some BS.
That's true.
Yo, fellas, we could all agree right now. If you touch a black woman's hair the wrong way, you getting killed.
It's a problem. It's a problem. So that's why the Olympic Committee is like, nah, we got him. We got him. Right?
Yeah,
We got him.
Yeah. But hey, like I said, that's why I said for me, I feel if people want to boycott, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
All right, so the last one.
It's not like it was an advantage anyway, because I would think that would slow you down.
What?
If your hair like
No, that's actually an advantage because the cap.
So they all wear caps.
Yeah.
There's a certain type of cap for for their hairstyle or something.
And
I
like
would think it would
it's
probably slow
bigger.
them down. Like
It's bigger. It stretches.
It's not really an advantage, but it helps because when you swim in your hair, it gets wet. It adds weight to your head.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it would have been an advantage at all. Like I'm saying, even like I'm saying, it's not like it's helping them swim faster. I'm just thinking,
No.
it's gonna. I think it will hinder their performance. But hey, like you just basically trying to I don't know. To me, like you trying to take away from their heritage. We don't want to see that anything to disparage black people.
That's what it is. Stuff like this has been happening for the longest. I think it was just last year. I can't remember if it was a college team, softball team, girls
Before
softball
you go
team.
on, blame it on Monique for the bonnets.
Yeah, I blame it on her. It is her fault.
For banning bonnets.
It
No, I'm
is.
joking, but go on.
Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. Was it? Wait,
Huh?
didn't Monique not want the bonnets?
You said
No,
Monique
not in
said
public.
Stop wearing bonnets in public, whatever.
She
It
didn't
was
want it
our
in public,
joke,
right?
yeah.
Oh, God,
I love my sisters, but we do gotta stop this bonnet wearing now. No, I'm saying, at the airport, at Walmart, ShopRite, everywhere I go.
Yo, the corner stores.
But man, look, but I ain't gonna talk about it right now. But it was a softball.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk.
I can't remember if it was a college team or a high school team.
Okay.
But they made her cut her hair.
No, that was
No,
that was
it
a
was
wrestler.
a dude.
That was
It
a
was a wrestler. It was New
Black
Jersey
guy.
too. It
No,
was
I'm
New
talking
Jersey.
about a woman. I'm talking about a woman, not a dude.
Oh,
not a
well, I know, but there was a Jersey kid. He was a wrestler. They made him cut his hair before he had to wrestle.
Okay.
It was New Jersey too.
But what I'm talking about was it was a softball player. It was a girl. They said she had, was it softball? They said she had. I'm about to look it up. They said she had to cut her hair, and she said there. She tried to undo the braids, but couldn't do it, and then had to because they're gonna disqualify her. So she had to cut it. So her friends came and cut it, butchered it.
And then continued with the match.
They didn't.
It
looked crazy.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
Like, why are you sitting there saying, "Oh no, you can't have these braids"? What advantage is she having for having these braids? What safety issue is it causing? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes certain things happen, and they just want to strip you of
your power. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Like emasculating the culture.
And you think it's a racial undertone.
That's what it feels.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Somebody said you mixed up the stories. I think there was another story. It was like a separate story.
Yeah,
it was a male. There was a wrestler.
It was a boy wrestler.
It was New Jersey, but I don't like.
Yeah.
It was
you talking about a different one?
I'm talking about female. What I'm talking about is female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's different. It could be. Yeah, I think I heard that one too.
What I'm talking about is female.
All right. So now that we tackled or got our points off with the Olympics, whatever, let's move into the next topic, which is the Rachel Nichols situation.
You did it. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing. So we're number one, they got the rumor about the whole Jimmy Butler thing, but first we're going to talk about the whole Maria Taylor situation. Now, do you guys know about everything that's going on as far as the Maria Taylor situation with what Rachel Nichols said?
Yeah.
All right. So pretty much for those who don't know, Rachel Nichols was caught speaking on she was being recorded by one of LeBron's. Who was the guy to LeBron again? Like one of his representatives or something like that.
One of his
I think it was one of his representatives.
Yeah.
or
It
whatever.
wasn't. It, was, no, it wasn't.
It
It
was a
wasn't him recording. It was her talking to him.
Yes.
He was record. It was a hot mic, and the one of the one of the women who works there,
Okay.
record, like, hey, had it on a hot mic and recorded it. Yeah.
But
Oh
pretty much
wow.
as they was talking about with everything like with at the time, because this was recorded last year sometime when being
During the pub, yeah.
Black Lives Matter and all that was like, and the Me Too movement, all of that was, at peak whatever. So pretty much the NBA wanted to go with Maria Taylor to cover the finals and everything like that. And she felt that ESPN is very bad with like diversity and everything like that. So she was like, look, it's cool that they want to put Maria Taylor, for her to give her the spotlight for her to have a platform and everything like that, but don't do it at my expense. And with that, like, she got a lot of backlash. She got a lot of backlash for what she said or whatever, but me personally, I don't think it was as bad. I'm gonna pull it up so that we can play it so people can hear it.
Okay.
Great.
And while he's doing that, for the record, the girl's name was Nicole Piles. She was a high school softball player in North Carolina. It says right here, she felt humiliated when she was forced to cut her braids in the middle of a game. I mean, so she was already playing the game. So you know what? Cut your joint.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
I know this don't
before,
matter.
but it
I
wasn't.
know this don't matter. But was it extensions or was it like her hair?
No, but
That matter.
I'm sure some of it was probably
Regardless, she paid for it.
No, I get it. But I'm just saying it's worth if you've spent years to grow that. I'd be
Oh, to grow it,
Your own hair,
yeah.
yeah.
Of
Okay.
course, yeah.
All right. Y'all ready? Because I'm gonna cue it up. All right. Let me see. Turn it on. All right. Let me know if y'all can actually hear it.
They said to me, "Hey,
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear it.
All right.
instead of posting, I mean, fine,
You just gotta maximize the screen.
for a job for the NBA finals."
Can you maximize it?
That's what I'm trying to do.
But guess what that would clear the way for? For
Hold on a
Maria
second.
to do the hosting.
Let me pause it. Give me 1 second. Entire screen.
Somebody says stop the bonnets. I did see.
All right.
Yo,
Y'all see it now?
Santana,
Can y'all see it now?
Yeah.
Y'all can see the entire screen? All right.
Santana, we can hear you, we can't see you.
All right.
Crazy money.
Here it is.
What'd you say, Drew?
Hold on. Let it play.
Can't see Santana.
Guess what that would clear the way
Let it play so people can listen.
for Maria to do the hosting.
Is it showing?
I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that.
It's not
And
sharing? Hold on. It's not sharing. It
I'm
says.
trying to figure
It doesn't say. Okay, here it is. All right. Give me a. Here we go.
All right, they're going green.
I'm trying to get it to share full screen, but let me see.
There you go.
All right.
It's not on this screen.
That's on Facebook, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
figure out like how to just, my thing is like, I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need her to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your like crappy long time record on diversity, which by the way I myself like know personally from the female side of it, like go for it. Just, find it somewhere else. Like you're not gonna find it with me. They said to me,
I'm exhausted. Between me too. I don't know why I'm exhausted. Between me too. I'm not married.
I'm thinking about it. Like 2 in the afternoon, like 3 days from now, you're gonna catch me like the perfect turn. Yeah. But that's it. Like that's the essence.
That part you really can't hear much in it because you're talking low, but.
Yeah, and it's like you could leave it all over. always heard two women fight each other. Keep over the one spot that they're dangling over. That was a broader conversation on all the spots that should be in consideration.
There isn't just one seat at the table for a minority of whichever version this week we're trying to please.
If you think about it, this is precisely the problem we've been talking about for a long time now, which is white men. It is an example of like one black person or a girl living in America. You don't get to have a black woman in a prominent spot and feel like, okay, I'm work it done.
We're not.
And you certainly don't get to say, okay, we have a white woman, we have a woman, we have a critical seat. Yeah. Now that we're going to put a black woman in that same seat, the question is, where do you put seats and white males are in? Yeah. That should be an consideration.
That made me mad.
Okay. Me, what I basically got from that was
at least that. Yeah. So that's a tricky thing.
Hold on, let me stop this. What I got from that is from the first part, whatever, when she was basically saying, hey, it's good that she'll have her, like, I respect everything she do. I wish her the best or whatever. But for me personally, she's like, I feel as don't do it on my expense, whatever. I look at it like this. Me being in the trucking business, right? If the company I work for has been giving me my truck, the same truck every day, then if one day I come in and they're like, hey, Wally, we're assigning your truck to somebody else because one of the trucks is down or whatever, I'm going to be pissed. Because for me, I'm like, yo, that's the truck that I've been using. I'm not bringing race into it or thinking, this person is less than or whatever the case may be, or you giving a white person or whatever my truck. I'm thinking, this is my truck, so why are you giving somebody else my truck? You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm not understanding where the racial undertone is in it, whatever, because she didn't say anything disrespectful for her. If disrespectful about her.
Well,
if anything, she was throwing shade at ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Not at her, so to speak, because me and Crazy was talking. It's like, yo, you got people who be like, yo, man, I don't give a F whatever. Yo, I want to get mine and that's it. She literally said, yo, I wish her the best and, everything that she's been doing, whatever, I congratulate her on that, but at my expense, pretty much don't screw me over. That's the way I took it.
Yeah, and when I listened, when Walls had me listen to it, that's exactly how I felt. She's not only did she say, I wish her the best or whatever, even though people could just say that talking out their ass, just to sound good.
Tongue in cheek.
Yeah, there you go, tongue in cheek. But she said that she sees that the company has issues when it comes to dealing with minorities, whether it be color or gender. Because she said, me being a woman, I've witnessed it.
Right.
So she's basically just saying, like you said, throwing the company under the bus. Like, yeah, they got an issue with that. But when you said at first, when you said, just not at my expense, I was rocking with that too. But now after listening to it again, she didn't say my expense. She just said, don't come here with it. Don't look my way for that. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about it now.
It sounded different the second time.
It sounds different. It sounds because it's like if we can go back to that same spot and play, it's like, well, just don't look at me for it. Like don't like. It's almost saying for trying to help her out, don't look at me to help her out.
Okay.
Yes.
Before you go, right?
Yeah.
You said that like it doesn't seem like a racial issue, but they bought in the race because the fact that it wasn't just what Rachel said, it was the whole conversation. Like, oh, the Black Lives Matter movement, the Me Too movement. I'm exhausted.
And then she laughed. What really took
that annoyed me.
Yeah, her laughing at it.
I mean,
that's what got me, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it wasn't so much like she made it. Oh, because she black. That's why you're giving her this spot. No, it's just the conversation. The dude brought that in where it's like, okay, the whole I'm exhausted by all this Black Lives movement, this and that. That's when they brought the race. That's when people got triggered by that. So hold on. So So it was now you're making it seem like okay, y'all only hired her because she's black.
Yes.
That
She's
was
Mm.
it.
not
It wasn't so much
qualified.
about
But
Rachel being
but
racist or
but you
whatever.
know what though? A lot of people working for ESPN came out and said like, "Yo, behind the scenes with ESPN, they bring it to that like racial aspect."
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
get what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I
So
believe that. So
basically,
I'm trying to
so
give Rachel an out as far as that she didn't bring it up, but she was part of the conversation that
yeah,
had race involved in it,
yeah,
and that's what triggered a lot of people. Like, hey, oh, so yeah. When do we get exhausted? When do we go when we go out the house? Got to worry about cops, this and that.
Hmm.
Not talking about us, but I'm talking about as a whole.
yeah.
We get exhausted too, but you know what? We gotta live with it. We gotta do. We're black. We can't
That's
take our
true.
skin off.
That's true.
So
But
that's what
Yeah.
triggered people about the whole thing.
see, like I said, for me, man, like I get that part of the racial aspect of it, where her like the other guy brought it up and she kind of gave her 2 cents or whatever. But I
Hmm.
still don't think she said anything racial towards Maria Taylor because
Yeah, I agree.
that's no different if I'm at a job and they're like, "Yo, you got to train Drew or you got to train Ray to do your job or whatever," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm not training. I'm find somebody else to do it." It has nothing to do with their, them being black or whatever the case may be. It's just the fact you're trying to make me do this at my expense. So now I'm expendable.
Walls, can I ask you?
Yeah,
But let's say with your same example, right? Let's say the reason that manager is putting, okay, we're gonna have Walls take your place just for the day, whatever, because we don't have enough black people in here. And they let you know that it's because we don't have enough black people. We're trying to change it. That's not fair to them. And you're like, nah, I mean, the person's like, nah, I don't want to help them still. That's dirty. You know the flight that
let
we
me
have
ask
to
you
come through.
this. Let me ask you this. Am
Okay.
I keeping the same pay and stuff? Is it hurting my bottom line?
It will eventually.
It will eventually, but at the given time, right? At the it, Number one, Rachel Nichols, there's no way it's going to hurt her bottom line because a lot of people may not know, but Diane Sawyer is her mother-in-law. So at the end of the day, her position, she's going to hold that position because ESPN, like, I guess, like, took her off the air for like one day, and like within 24 hours or 72 hours, she was right back on ESPN. So she's going to be there no matter what. So if you're telling me it's not going to hurt my bottom line and we're trying to do more diversity,
Okay.
then I'm like, for me, I'm like, it is what it is. As long as
But
you're not doing it at my expense,
it
where
will hurt her bottom line though. It will because she's not going to get that same publicity or that same exposure,
Exposure.
that face
Exposure.
exposure that she would have gotten during the
but
finals.
but
Uh-huh.
but who's to say they're not going to set her up for something else, like another programming or whatever the case may be?
And that's my thing
And
though.
they told them sideline. Sideline is big as well.
That's understandable, but she still has her own. She had her own talk show on
Yeah,
Tuesday,
yeah,
right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Who,
yeah,
Rachel, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So even if she didn't do the sideline for the rest of the NBA Finals, she still had a talk show,
yeah.
a
I
whole
know,
talk show.
but I don't know, man. I guess I'm perceiving it differently because the part that gets me is when she said, "As long as he's just not on my expense, on hurting me, whatever, so to speak." I can kind of relate to that because a lot of people have that mentality, and it's not racially driven.
But Walls, that she's saying I'm not willing to help black people if it affects me. That's what she's essentially saying.
I didn't
So
take it as black people though.
but that's how you're not taking. But what I'm saying is, she said the whole diversity thing. They're trying to be inclusive. So she understands that it is that. So to say I'm not willing to help because even though Diane Sawyer is my mother-in-law, I'm not willing to do that. Even though it ain't gonna hurt me, I'm not willing to help black people. That's how
Well,
it does sound to a part of like some of us.
I can see what I
No,
can see. I can no, I can see that dynamic of where it's coming from, but I don't know. For me, man, I just don't really see it as a racial undertone because of the simple fact that she didn't say nothing negative about her or undermine her or say, hey, she sucks at her job. She didn't say anything like that.
No, I said the reason why, like I said, the extra part that was added by the other guy.
Which one?
That's what made it seem like that because to me before that it sounded like Caddy. Like two chicks going at whatever. It's not because to me like for me, I don't know her personally, but I don't think she could probably have a racist bone in her body. From
Who?
what I know,
Who? Rachel Nichols?
from Rachel Nichols, because she's done business, dude. She worships the ground Michael Wilbon walks on.
He makes her money. Why
No,
not?
no, no, no.
We'll get into that
I don't know.
later.
She might have had a black bone in her body though.
We'll get into that later. We'll get into that later.
I'm just saying. To me, it's like Caddy.
This is allegedly.
To me, it's just competition. It's cat.
I could
Girls.
see
Hey,
that.
look, I've been here for like how many years with ESPN? Like, yeah, now she gonna take like basically that's what it is. It has no race. And then too, the dude mentioned, "Oh, I'm tired of the Me Too movement and the Black Lives movement." Like, that she cackled doing the
But
doing the
then she
doing
started
the
giggling at
yeah,
the.
she cackled, yeah,
Yeah,
like
she definitely did.
yeah, but see, like, hold on. So where we going with that? But like
She
but
said, been thinking about it. So meaning she's been tired of it too.
yeah, but I don't think that it's like she's a racist or what. I'm pretty sure
No,
she had like plenty.
I didn't say I made her
No,
racist.
no, no,
No,
no, no. I'm saying that people just like they're gonna use that, but they're gonna use that fodder to like build their case against
your
her getting
case.
fired or
But
getting canceled.
you gotta understand, there's certain things you can't laugh at. In her defense, she didn't know she was being recorded.
Exactly. That's
she
the thing.
She didn't know she was being recorded because
That's a great
You know what?
That
It could have been a nervous. It could have been a
you can make a
nervous.
racial joke right now.
True.
I might
Breezy,
chuckle.
true.
You make a
Because
racial joke.
everybody makes
Like-
some form of a racial joke.
Yeah, like
could be
it
sitting
could have.
out right
You know
now,
what?
and we say something, a racial joke where it's about Haitians or Asians, whatever,
Mhm.
and behind closed doors, we yucking it up. People could take that sound clip and be like, "Oh yeah, they're racist," but you don't know
Yeah.
the rest of the.
True, but you know what? Too? But you know what?
Right.
It could have been like an awkward giggle, like whatever. Her like I don't want to get like I've done that before. When somebody
Yeah.
says something to me,
Say something.
like
Yeah.
I'm
In
like,
your mind,
like,
in your mind, you like, yo,
like
you
yo,
wild.
like like stop talking to me. My mom like
Yeah.
stop talking to me. Like
Yeah, but it's the word she said after the chuckle though. She was like, been thinking about it. So she's on par with what this guy is saying.
Yeah,
So,
but you can be thinking about something, whatever. It doesn't mean you agree. Like, for instance, I don't know. You can somebody can say something of the lines of like, "Yo, man, yeah, Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with all their rioting, whatever, yada yada." You could be like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about the rioting, whatever," but is it really the Black Lives Matter people rioting? So just because you say I've been thinking about it doesn't mean there's many different ways that you can be thinking about it.
But if you laugh and say, "Yeah, been thinking about it,"
So if you sell to me, so if you say to me, "Yo, man, I wish they was looting out here, man, because I would have went and got a TV myself,"
If I laugh,
and I'm laughing,
and you said,
I've been thinking about
it, you down with it?
For me and you, we could be joking, but if somebody on the outside hear it, they're like, "Oh yeah, they're part of the looting." You get what I'm saying?
I almost called the cops on y'all.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. At what point?
I think the dude, first of all, the dude needs to lose his job.
I was thinking that
He
too.
didn't know.
See,
He didn't know he'd be
LeBron
recorded.
Yeah.
He needs to lose his job, or like they say, LeBron hired him. LeBron fire him.
See,
Fire him. He needs to lose his job.
if you ask me, I put more blame on the dude than Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she said to me. It seemed more like catty. Like I've been here for so long. Like, why am I gonna, like, why she getting everything? That's catty. I don't think it was nothing racial. And she said she's doing a good job, but hey, let me be the boss.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind. It could be a cool whole black chick, but I'm Rachel Nichols. I'm the star of the jump. I've been here for a minute.
And you know what, man? When it comes to ego trips, like when you're a person on power like that, whatever, black or white, you don't want nobody to take your spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's a position that you're fighting for.
If you're not if you're not disrespectful about the whole thing, then I don't think you should lose your job or your spot.
Yeah.
But y'all should keep in mind there's a narrative that's out that black people have, like, some of us have certain positions because of that 1% that they have to include. So it's like they're saying we don't deserve. Like, I've heard this a lot in comments and things I've read and watched. We don't deserve those positions. Only reason we have it, only reason some of them are losing their jobs is because they have to put us who are under what they say we're under not valued, but we're not performers and we still get the job because
So
they
you,
need us as
so you know what I say to that? When they
uh-huh.
put you in that position, you show them that blacks are capable of doing the job, and you shut them
Of
up.
course.
Because
I
at the
agree.
end of
I'm
the
just
day,
saying she was
mhm,
feeding that narrative
yeah,
by making
I
it
get it.
seem
I get it. I get what you, and that's a fair point. But yeah,
That's exactly what I was about to go on
it
next.
does happen though.
It does.
That's
It
the
does.
reality of
it does.
Like that's what I was about to talk about. Like I hate the fact that I hate. Okay, it's weird. It's like an oxymoron. Like I agree with it, but then again, I hate it. Like the fact that black people for a lot of positions are shoehorned into a position or a job because they got to make their quota. They got to make their quota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like we're not getting the fair treatment that we should be getting. It's like, yo, hire me because I got the skills. I got the
yeah,
skills. Hire me. But like, I was gonna put you here. You know what I mean? Because we're good now. And like you said, some people of other races are gonna take offense to that,
yeah.
and now they're automatically gonna assume that we're underqualified and can't do the position, knowing damn well we can.
Oh, and for those who are listening, if you want to call and chime in or be on, the email's right there. Email us or call in, and we'll listen to what you guys say. And hey,
I'll curse you out live on the air just because.
So the invitation is there for those who want to chime in and everything like that. But yeah,
appreciate the comments too. Appreciate them.
yeah, definitely appreciate it.
No, but okay.
Nah, go on. What was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna talk about what Nana said, or I don't know, crafty Nana.
Yeah,
No
Nana.
excuse. It's no excuse. If I'm in the room with Drew and he's making jokes about female, I sometimes like let's say I don't stick up and I'm laughing with him. Should I be? Should I? Is there no excuse that I should have been defending women instead of laughing, or is it like, oh, they was just joking? Like, how would y'all had looked at it?
See, this is the thing. Behind closed doors, so to speak, you're able to like you're not in a position where you gotta defend because it's not a debate. It's just a back and forth rhetoric. Now, if you're in a position where I say to you, Junior, here's XYZ about women, and then I'm like, how do you feel about it? That's a different thing than if we're just having like a regular conversation and I say something wild and outlandish and you just like, you like, yo, you crazy or something like that. If somebody can take that and be like, okay, he's crazy, but at the same time, you didn't defend it. So is that
I may have taken it like that.
you get what I'm saying?
It depends on the
Yeah.
context of the conversation.
Yeah, people can take context however. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it is crazy.
Now, do we all agree that she is gonna suffer some blowback and probably
She shouldn't lose her job.
No,
she
Wall
should
said not.
she's gonna lose her
shouldn't lose
job? And I
lose
say
her
this
job.
because she threw ESPN under the bus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she works. at ESPN.
Yeah.
So she lose her job because of that, not because what she said.
Not because of what she said.
Okay,
I
that's
promise
fine.
you, ESPN.
But here's the thing,
But they're
though.
gonna make it look like they fired
She didn't even look any worse if that was the case. To like,
But
they
but
can
here's
just
the
pick
thing.
it up.
I don't think she's gonna lose her job because they took off
Nah,
the
me
air in
neither.
like 24 hours. They put her right back on. So what does
She
that
shouldn't
tell
lose
you?
her job. She shouldn't lose her job.
But that tells you she has connections.
ESPN is funny too. They're shady.
Hold on,
They are.
let's call them what they are.
Hold on.
Disney. Let's call them what they are.
Hold on.
Disney.
They are Disney, and
Disney.
there's a chain in Disney. Okay, you gotta go to corporate head
Hold on.
and then go up.
We got a call. Hold on.
Call from Crafty Nana.
All right.
To accept, press 1. To send a
What's
voicemail.
up, Crafty?
Send a voicemail.
All right. Hello.
Okay, it's Crafty Nana.
Hey,
y'all.
Crafty Nana. How's it going?
Hola, Nana.
Okay, so now I'm going to say this. Being
Okay.
a person in corporate America, okay, you get schooled every single year. And you sign a code of conduct that says when you're in the workplace, work environment with coworkers, if that kind of stuff is going on,
Uh-huh.
and if you don't defend it or you don't step to them about it, then you agree with it.
This is true.
Okay.
Okay. And as far as she goes, okay, she's part of white privilege, and I don't care which way you go. Diane Sawyer's her mother-in-law, all that kind of great stuff, okay? You get this young and upcoming black person that comes in who may steal her shine,
Mhm.
okay? She may get one chance to go in, And then after that, they keep giving her one more additional chance, an additional chance. Girl could be out of her spot. And trust me, okay, white women, they may not say anything racial, but trust me, in their mind, they are saying, how you get that job, all that kind of stuff behind their back, okay?
But
So, yeah.
let me ask you this, though, because for me, I look at it as black or white, especially in the type of business and profession that they're in. It's hard to get in that spot. So, regardless who it is, whether it's a Rachel Nichols or Stephen A. Smith or whatever, if you see somebody like moving in to take your spot, you're gonna have some type of animosity.
Oh, definitely. But the sad part about it is they are more hell bent on not having a black woman take their spot.
I see what you're saying. So for you, you specifically think it's racially driven.
Right.
I believe it is. Okay, she did not come straight out with it, but I deal with a lot of them every single day. Okay, some of my peers, and I know what they're doing behind my back. Okay, and if it's me or them, trust me, they're gonna come after me. I'm the only black in my entire office that's a manager.
There you go.
So you got a lot of you got a bullseye on your back, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
All right,
so I just my 2 cents. That's all.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Definitely. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Crafty now.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Banana.
And for those who don't know, you can follow Crafty Nana's channel. As you see, Crafty Nana 6200. So it's a lot of DIY. Yeah, a lot of DIY. I always mess that up. DIY. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For a lot of DIY. And she definitely have a video of putting a pond and everything in her backyard and everything. Like it's a phenomenal video. So definitely check out her YouTube channel. For arts and crafts and things of that nature. So yeah, hey, if we get any other call or anything like that, then yeah, we'll tackle the question. But yeah,
Walls.
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore, but I don't know if it was Tia Cherry or Erica. Somebody said something. If you don't say something that's part of the there you go, Tia said it.
Yeah, right
if you don't say anything you got it. How do y'all feel about that?
That's basically what Crafty Nana was trying to say.
That's basically what Crafty Nana was trying to say. And go on.
Well, yeah, like in the business work, I remember this back in like 01 when working in Walmart. I remember they used to push that. You know what I mean? Like you said, if you're sitting there making a joke that can be perceived as sexual harassment, if I don't stop you, whatever, I'm in on the joke. You know what I mean? And now I'm part of the problem because I'm in the workplace. You know what I mean? I'm in the work environment around other people. You know what I mean? But it's not, I get it, but it's not fair because I might be someone who just don't like confrontation. You know what I mean? So you're making a joke, you're making a joke about this person, and I'm just like, I keep my mouth shut and I just, keep it moving. I don't stop you, so you'll chill. That's not right. But I just walk away from it.
I think when you move around like that, I think to me it's always levels to everything that it is. Because like you said, you could be somebody who's not confrontational, and you probably don't want to lose your job. You just probably got there. I'm saying, it's like, okay, yeah, you could be the super Samaritan and be like, okay, yeah, let me speak and talk on this. But if you lose your job, it's like, okay, you've been waiting for so long to get a job.
Yeah. So you're saying don't help?
I think if you're in a position of power, like Rachel is in a position of power where she got more power.
So in other words, it depends on your circumstance.
You can't just unless somebody getting their ass beat in a you better say something. Like, yeah,
June is saying something else.
What scenario you talking about? My scenario is if he's just making a racial joke, not to the other person who's there, like just him and me are in the room.
Yeah.
And he made a racial joke, and I just ignored it and just walked.
Okay. Look at
Are you talking about like if he's verbally attacking somebody and I'm witnessing it?
That's different.
Let me give an example. I'm gonna use because my wife and I we had this conversation. where if there's times where I'll be online reading comments and somebody will say something offensive, whether it's to a woman or black woman, whatever. And I can go by it. I feel that's my duty to now say something because I know someone who doesn't fit what you just said. So I'm going to say something about it. I'm not going to let you just
Everyone
let that.
doesn't have the guts, though.
No, but it's not just that.
Does that make it
different.
right? Because you don't have the
Chill,
guts?
That's different.
No.
That's just,
No.
It's not whether it's right or
It's
wrong.
different. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's not about it being right or wrong. It's about, do you have the goals to want to be, like, not everybody is going to be a Martin Luther King, a My Son, a Mallory. Like, everybody is not speaking out. That's just the reality of it. It's just like everybody's personality is different. So where Kirby might speak out, like, for example, Kirby hates when people use the N-word.
Freezy.
Yeah, Freezy hates when people use the N-word, right? So at the end of the day, it's like other people use the N-word, right? He chooses to speak on it. Everybody doesn't speak on it, right? Me, I don't say the N-word, but I type it, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference, but it still has the same connotation whether I type it or say it.
Yeah,
But what
because
you're saying is,
because he know me.
You see what I'm
I'm very
saying?
brash. Like, yeah, because to me it's like, but see the thing about it too, like if I go somewhere I don't know the people like that, I'm not gonna just come out and say, you know what, don't use the N word. I'm like, it's like if I meet you again, I'm like, bruh, or if you're on my property, I'll let you know. But if I come to your cookout, I'm not gonna tell you, yo, stop saying the N word, or like, just like that. That's how I am. See, I choose when I say it, but I'm a speak. Cause you know me, I'm not gonna back down on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Cause me and Santana went at it like, yo, dude, you my brother and all. Like, yo, you gotta stop calling me that. Cause to me, I look at it as, in a negative way.
Yeah.
I just don't like to be addressed like that. But I'm not gonna tell him stop talking. No, I'm just saying when you talk to me, bro, we show each other respect. So, but I can do it. Too, but if I'm like, and I've done that in the office too. I shut this Spanish lady was coming around saying the N word. I'm like, look, I told her you're gonna have to stop saying the N word because if you let one of these one of our white coworkers come out and think it's comfortable around me, I might end up losing my job for showing some action.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but see, I would tell people like that. But see, not everybody has that courage to come out and talk like that.
That's
So
true.
it's like I couldn't say that person is part of the problem, whatever. Maybe it's
nah,
not,
but they are. If you're suffering and you're not saying anything, it doesn't matter if you don't have that personality. You should still say something. I get what y'all saying. It doesn't make it right that my personality say I should be a coward. I'm gonna watch that person getting beat up because
Oh no, that's
I'm built
different.
different.
No, that's different.
But I'm saying, what's the real difference? Because mental abuse can be worse.
You couldn't lose your job if you're helping somebody from getting their butt kicked. You know
You
what I'm saying? Like,
can.
hey, it's like to me, it's like, okay, let's say they heard something and then you squealed, and then they say they best friend, like the HR person is good friends. And I'm like, yo, she try to get you fired and this and that. I'm like, yo, next thing you know, they're gonna try to set you up. But if
What?
somebody's getting their butt kicked, yo, you cannot lose your job for telling, hey, somebody's getting their butt kicked right now. We need to do something. Like, you can call the cops or whatever.
I think we're
Like,
talking about something
See,
different. I'm not talking
what
about really
JR,
losing the job.
JR, let me chime
Sure.
in. I think what you're trying to say, JR, is right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter what. Period. On any level. That's pretty much what you're trying to get at.
What the hell?
Like no, meaning whether it's physical abuse or beating somebody up, saying a racial slur, wrong is wrong. Speak up on it. That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to add an important fact that
That's
we
it.
were getting. Her husband, what's her,
Rachel Nichols, yeah.
is Mike Nicholovich, who happens to be the prominent director of Day 5 TV series, which is very popular, and co-music director for some of Disney's music performances.
So she's in bed with Disney.
Yeah, so she's in bed with Disney.
Literally.
So that is a strong belief of why I think they gave her back her position.
Give her back her job.
See,
Yeah.
that's a good point
Exactly.
that Crafty Nana said. You can tell him that you are not comfortable with what he said, or ask him to not share those jokes with you. That's a fair
I was
point.
about to bring that up as well.
That's a fair
Good
point.
Good point.
That's a fair
You can
point.
just, just basically say, please don't say those jokes around me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a fair point.
Right.
And that'll kind of make the person sit back and evaluate themselves. So I could agree with that. That's an awesome point.
Like
So,
to me, it gets to a point too when somebody is constantly doing something, then obviously you're gonna have to get the courage and say something. But I'm talking about if it's just like you overheard something one time, but if you constantly hear somebody saying something racial or offensive or whatever like that, yeah, eventually you're gonna have to come out. That's when I call you a real coward. When you constantly hear this thing and you don't do, you take no action. But if this is like a one-off, you just so happen to hear something, I don't think not everybody's built for that. So it's like, yeah, if you constantly hear somebody saying every time the person walks away, I can't stand that N word, I can't stand that mother N word, and it's like, you have to stop, you have to stop saying that, because it's wrong.
all right.
If you
So
just go ahead.
I was gonna say, as far as you, Freezy, do you as far as Rachel Nichols, do you take it as her being pretty much what she was saying was had a racist undertone or being racist, or do you feel like it was directed towards ESPN?
No, I don't think it was racist. I think her apology was a tip out of apology was trash.
Okay.
That's the thing about it. It's always like, okay, they give you like a cookie cutter apology and stuff. Like, stop. It'll like say it with some real feeling. Like look in the camera, say, Maria, I sincerely apologize. What I said, if I know it affected her, and that apology. Well, I think they said she tried to call her, and Maria never answered. But still,
Yeah.
y'all work in the same building. Like,
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a conversation. You should have hashed this out a while ago. But if you have to go on air, you know what? Why should it be now? You should have done it a while ago. Some things came out, and I want to get ahead of it before it gets even worse. And I want to sincerely apologize to my colleague Maria Taylor, all this and this and that, whatever. That's how it should have been. Don't wait till when your job is when everybody's trying to drag you for you to come out with your apology. It's a little too late right now.
Facts.
But I'm not saying she should lose her job, but she should get suspended for a while, just to suspend it, just to send a message.
Okay.
You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
Wall Street, I had a question.
Yeah.
When you was talking about it doesn't affect her bottom line.
Her bottom dollar.
Yeah, her bottom dollar. I mean, it will get affected to a certain degree, but not in the same way as if it was a person of color. Like,
Facts.
she's white, so no matter what happens, she's still gonna be alright. You feel
Yeah.
me? So
Yeah.
if the same thing happens, so for example, when the melee at the palace happened with
Yeah, Martez.
Meta World Peace, right? He had more to lose than if that same situation happened with a white group of athletes. You know what I'm saying?
That is,
He
that is
lost a whole lot more than what a white athlete would lose.
That is true, but the reason why I was saying like it won't affect her bottom line, so to speak, because I was putting myself in a position where if my supervisor came to me and was like, "Hey, you know, train XYZ so that they can learn what you got to do, or we're gonna put XYZ at this position, what you're doing, or whatever the case may be." My question will be before anything is, how is this going to affect my bottom line? If they're telling me it's not going to affect my bottom line, because even when ESPN came to her and said, we're going to put Maria Taylor in this position, whatever, I would ask, okay, going forward, is this going to affect my bottom line, or what's the next plan? I would have found out what the details are. So if you're going to tell me, hey, this is going to affect my bottom line, then I'm going to have this discussion like, okay, I don't agree with your decision, yada, yada. So the first thing I want to know for me is, how does this affect my bottom line? That's what I was trying to get at.
Okay, so Tia made a comment that they claim white privilege doesn't exist. Do you think that based on the conversation that they had in that video, that they recognize that white privilege exists? Because for a lot of white people, they don't recognize that white privilege exists. only the ones that are woke really understand that. You know what I'm saying?
They just don't care. They just like,
Yeah.
See, it does exist, but I think in her context, she wasn't using it as a white privilege
she
thing
wasn't flexing that way.
because she specifically said that they have
Diversity issue.
diversity issue,
No.
and she was a victim of it too, as far as for women with ESPN.
No, but that's
So
what he's asking, though. Santana's asking, do you feel that phone call showed them acknowledging that there is white privilege? Not saying that.
The guy.
He acknowledged it. He acknowledged
the guy, yes, but
yeah, because what are white men tired of hearing about the Me Too and hearing about Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Like, because now like it's like, okay, now we got to accommodate to women and blacks. They don't want that. The white men in power don't want to do it.
And you gotta also include the LGBTQ question mark
elemental PQ.
Yeah. Group in there too, because they're
I ain't gonna laugh at you.
those groups
I'll take accountability. I was just playing.
I'm not laughing either.
You know what though?
And I gotta say,
but you know what though?
There's just a lot to remember. It's like so much.
It is. You know what? And there's more that's gonna be added.
Another letter. That's what I'm saying.
In my opinion,
more will be added. That's part of it.
In my opinion,
LGBTQIA.
In my opinion, I believe they have more rights than blacks.
Who? Women?
LGBTQ community, the Asian community, like everybody.
Dogs got more rights than you, player.
Listen.
Dogs got more rights than blacks.
Check this out. This is when reality like really set in, whatever. Remember in the news they had the news about like people not knocking out Asian people or whatever.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You remember that, right? In less than a month's time, they got rights where it's a crime if you do something like that to an Asian person.
That's fact.
I didn't see no protests.
There was
I
actually.
didn't see no. There was, but on the level of BLM, I didn't see anything like that. So that's what I'm saying.
Not at all.
They didn't do anything on the level of BLM, and right away they got protections.
But you have to understand, in the city of New York where it was happening, a majority of these corporate positions, Asian people are in them.
I get that.
So when attacks on Asian people were happening, it's affecting the corporate world.
I understand that, but
You know what I'm saying?
you also have blacks in power also.
That's
you're talking
true.
Politics, you talking, government, you have blacks in power too.
That's fairly true.
You get what I'm saying? And you have a larger outcry for black discrimination. And this has been going on for hundreds of years. You get what I'm saying? Hundreds of years.
But my thing is, you have all of these black people in power. But what are they really doing? As you can see from the Asian movement, you had a lot of Asian people not going to work. You had a lot of Asian people who went to the whole protest.
So let me ask you this: you don't think
because they band together?
But
exactly,
they do band together.
They band together.
Yep. You're absolutely right, Crafty Nana. Absolutely right. That's the difference between black people and the other races. Is black people do not vote. They don't go to the city council meetings. They don't go to the. You know what I'm saying? Even parents, right? The city of Newark, the town hall meetings is empty compared to if you go to Cranford, New Jersey.
But our time's not as Yo, Santana, we don't have as much time. We have to have 2 jobs with like one parent household. So they can't do it.
That's the excuse. That's the excuse. The
reason
why
I get that. We don't have the luxury of having those excuses. You're absolutely right.
Wait. Let me just finish this real fast before you say that, Walls. Real fast. No, it's because my wife works in an area where they help the underprivileged people, and a lot of times these women are working 2 jobs where their kids are at home. And they don't know what's going on because they have to be at work. I like
okay, great point. But check this.
Somebody's
right?
calling in.
Yeah, hold on.
To accept, press 1.
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hello?
We got someone to curse out.
Hello? I guess she hung up. I guess try calling back again. But go on. Go
No,
on,
that's
Sam.
a great point. But check this, right? If you're gonna learn anything from white America, write letters.
I'll write
It
letters.
works.
That's fact.
Right? So my phrase is do as whites do. They're gonna vote, they're gonna write letters, they're gonna rally, they're gonna protest.
Good night,
Use
Nana.
those
Good night.
methods.
Good night, Crafty Nana.
You understand? Good night.
Go on.
Like we gotta do the basic things.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
Yeah.
Sign petitions.
Right?
Yeah.
Petitions, all of that. All of that.
And that's
But
one
we
of the
can't
key
say
things.
like no black organizations do petitions or
Yeah,
or
'cause
go
they
to their,
do.
or go to their meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
They do, but
it's just
But we need the whole black community to do it. The Spanish community, everything that's non-white.
What's
See,
bad?
the problem is everything non-white doesn't realize that they're still black. They don't, the other races, the Asian races, think that they are considered black in the eyes of whites. Spanish people don't think they're considered black in the eyes of whites. No, if you're not white, you're considered black. They treat you like trash, just like black people.
Well, no.
You think
We get it
otherwise.
worse. Santana, we get it worse.
Of course we
They
get it
don't
worse
get treated
because
like us.
of course we get it worse. But guess what? The people that are of those descents and they have dark skin tone, but they're Latin, they get treated as black.
Yeah.
They are black, but everybody in those.
For the record,
Hold on.
People have a certain mindset.
Hold on, we got a
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello?
Hey.
Caller. Okay. Yeah. What do you gotta say on the subject?
Speak your mind.
Yes.
So, hey guys.
Hey.
So I guess
who's speaking?
This is Erica. This is Erica, by the way, everybody.
Okay.
What's going on?
All right, so
hang up on her.
I'm probably bringing it back because I have no clue where to. But in general, like when you think of anybody that had some kind of movement done, it's because they came all together. They came together. They had a set of things that they commonly wanted done, and were able to get it passed. The problem with the black community in general, we don't really know what we want. You have so many groups that go, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this, but without having that full list of, hey, these are the expectations, this is what we want, and these are the rights that we want, you'll never get that. Because unfortunately, the black community itself is too segregated. You got, American blacks who think different than your Caribbean blacks. So, they'll get until somebody really has a real consensus. You get in my mind, I feel like it should be every leader for each one of those groups need to sit down at the table and come up with a consensus list. It's not always going to be, I want my 40 acres and a meal. It's, hey, how do we get some of these common things? And like Santana said, yes, some dogs have more rights than black people, unfortunately.
Yeah, you
to kill a dog,
Damn it, crazy said
for quite a few years. Like, you have those issues. And then even, when you guys have brought up the fact that, the Asian community had basically, they went out a month. Yes, they did a month, but you don't know what some of those other backstories were. They, some of these things, they had been petitioning for years. They just didn't say that up front, that that's what they were petitioning for. Because they tried, for instance, they were doing classified classes like anything, any other group that has a classified class. You go to, American Indians. They have certain, laws that they have to follow for them. When you start looking at applications, when you apply for jobs and anything like that, they ask you, hey, are you Hispanic? Yes or no? And then they ask you what your other category is, because guess what? There's rules for jobs that, they have to follow based off of Hispanics coming into the workforce off of these types of things. So there's other programs that, were aided for them when they went in asking for certain things and have lost creative. So it's more of, hey, you got to get the Black community together.
Okay.
And stop having that.
No, I'll agree. Yes, the Black community does need to come together, put their heads together more often for certain things like this. But the way I'll debunk what you're saying, how you're saying how the Asian community got it done that quick because they come together, it doesn't take people for like what the Black community's been fighting for years. It doesn't take to be completely highly organized, whatever. Look what we're begging for. We're begging for equality. We're basically saying, I just want to be just like you.
On an equal playing field.
I just want to be like you. I don't want to be above you. Now, if I want to be above you, or I want to get a little extra because I feel something, then, you might need to get some leaders to get community leaders together and put things down on paper and march and speak to who you need to speak to. But damn it, we just been crying, yo, treat me like you treat them. And it's still not getting done.
Here's another part too before you chime in, JR. Here's another point too. The point I want to make is it seems like other groups, even though yes they band together, Blacks do band together when it comes to these issues, but it seems like they just other groups have to put in less work than what Blacks have been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years and to get done just for that equal playing
and
field.
Even when we just band together in numbers and not even doing anything, it's yes, sometimes it turns into a riot, but we're an angry mob when we're in a group protesting peacefully with our fists in the air like we want equality. But you get another race to protest about something, they're not called the same thing. You know what I mean? Like when people, I remember seeing what riot was it? Something
was
on
even last year, earlier this year in Brooklyn when they was abusing the Jews. Yeah.
They was burning cars and stuff like that, and you didn't hear nothing about. Oh, look how angry or
a lady coming out with have mad clothes in her hands, walking out of a store, and saying maybe she works there and she's trying to salvage some of the clothes, but they don't give us that same when we walk into they're like, oh, look at the looters, they're stealing clothes and they're doing this. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like we just don't we can't get the same equal playing field for anything. A football team or win a championship or college championship, the kids, if it's a white school, the kids flood the streets.
Yep.
Turn cars over.
Yep.
The police get ready because they know the riot's about to happen, and nothing happens. Let that have been a group of Black people because the 76ers won the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? Philly, the Black folk in Philly out in the streets flipping cars over. Tear gas, rubber bullets, everything come out. Come on, man.
But y'all have to understand the gear that is America. Okay, the way America is set up as a corporate office, right? And they set up the races as individual values where they value races. Okay. Now you have, of course, this is white America. It's white corporate America. We know the white individual races, they place that at the top. But then you have all the other races, and then at the bottom, you have you have certain minorities. You have Spanish and Black.
You can say Black, you can say it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Say it.
All right,
Everyone's in the greens here.
Oh. So and when you look at this company, you can't expect to keep getting together doing these petitions when you're at the bottom of the company and expect change to be done. And I say this because of the value in which they value your skin color.
That's my point.
But here's the thing, though. This is where I contest you. They may view us at the bottom, but guess who makes the business the most amount of money?
Right. Now, look, and I'm going to contest you here. The same way you're thinking, right? Now, imagine if tomorrow we all be like, all right, we're not going to go purchase anything from Amazon. One of the most racist out. Everybody knows Amazon is racist, correct?
As we're ordering,
yeah. Yet, who consumer of Amazon products?
African Americans.
My point exactly.
But
we support the racism that enslaves us.
But see, this is what I want to get at though. Well, before I even get at Jr., I know you had something to say, and Erica, I know you got something you got to say also. So we'll let you chime in. But hold on for a sec, Jr. Let's hear what you had to say.
No, it was something crazy said that what Erica was saying was we have a bunch of agendas and we have to come together and figure out what is it that we want. Because some people want statues removed. Some people want BLM on the streets. I don't care about all of that. I just want to be equal. I want you to see me as your equal because I feel I am. So we had, like Erica was saying, we got to come together and figure out what do we want. Because unless we know that, it's always going to be, I want this. I want 40 acres. I want 100 acres. No, they just
hold on. Let me get this point off, right? So why is it that Black people or people of color don't realize their value, right? We have Africa that has all the resources in the world, but yet because all the propaganda makes you think, oh, don't go to Africa or everybody lives in huts and mudslides and this, that, and the third, right? So it's the mentality of Black people that makes them realize that they don't value themselves. So they need validation from white America to say, oh, you're this, that, and the third. No, the Black dollar is a powerful dollar, but because other nations like Jews and Asians will spend money in their own communities before they spend it outside of other communities, they have more power amongst themselves to be able to make change and make things happen than Black people. You see? So that's that's one of the main issues amongst Black people. And but all of this
what? What is the main issue?
The main issue with Black people is that Black people don't even trust each other, and all of this stems from slavery, right? So Black people was the ones who gave up they people to the Portuguese and the white people who came to the motherland to take us to all over the place, right? So even during slavery, the Black people was snitching on other slaves who was trying to escape just to make massa happy, right? To think that they was gonna get an extra Scooby snack or something. You feel me? So that's part of the reason why there's mistrust and the togetherness doesn't happen.
That's true. All the time you hear people say, "Oh, you know what? I try to support Black business, but every time I try to support Black business, it's crappy." You know what I mean? Or I guess you hear that all the time. But from what you're saying, yes, you got to know your worth and your value. But for most people, what it is, how do you want them to know their worth when their value is being portrayed a certain way by the masses, by basically the country they live in? So if it's like a woman saying that you're dating a woman, it's like, oh, I know my worth, whatever. You know what I mean? Or even a guy saying, oh, I know my worth to a girl. At the end of the day, your worth is what that person gives you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like a woman comes to me, oh, I know my worth. No, your worth is what I give you. You know what I mean? The worth I know. Me. You might. That's what I'm saying. A woman might say to you, "Oh, I'll just use this as an example." So you might say to your woman, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't like you treat me like this. You know what I mean? I know my worth. But she can easily turn around and look at you and say, I'm treating you like this because this is how you're worth to me.
In her opinion, but my worth, I will walk away because I know my worth.
But what I'm saying is, if this has been beating into your head all your life,
for over 400
years,
I agree with that.
By multiple people, not just by one person, by multiple people, it eventually starts to wear in. It sinks in.
So even if you so for instance, like you were saying, JR, if you're gonna move to the next person say the same thing. You move to the next person say the same thing. You move to the next. After a while, it's gonna take a toll on you.
You're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Yo, I ain't shit." You know what I mean? Eventually.
But before we go on, Erica, I know you called in. Was there another point that you also wanted to make, or even tackle some of the talking points that were said?
I done forgot what I was going to say because y'all done talked over, but it's okay.
Well, did you want to chime in to any of the points that were made here?
I guess, for me, everything was basically on par. Everybody had their own, say on that topic itself. The only thing I can really add into that is, look, until we get a clear list of what everybody wants, that's the only way you're going to be able to move that policy up, the change. That's it.
I agree.
But with that one stuff, oh, go ahead.
There's another reason.
Which policy is that? Erica, which policy is that?
Well, in general, once we've all figured out, as a whole, hey, these are the sets of laws we want to place in these particular areas to have equal rights and things like that. Yes, I want equal rights. They're going to go, oh, well, there's already something on the books for equal rights. It's not the fact that you just want equal rights. You want to eliminate the differences between me and everybody else. I don't want people to just stereotype a black person when you see something. I don't want to be able to, I want to be able to go inside of my community, go outside and pick up my mail and not be stopped when I'm basically trying to pick up a package off from the house. So how do you articulate that to translate me living in, a predominantly white area? No, I'm not trying to steal this package into law. Like, there's no real say of, hey, this is the law. Oh, I don't, because think about it, it's always a person's perception. So my neighbor may look at me like, oh, I don't think you belong here. Go back to the ghetto. And I'm looking at them going, hey, I worked to get here. I need you to not have those kind of biases. Like, there's really no way for me to stop somebody else from having bias, but I need them to stop calling cops on me, if that was the circumstance. And I need something like that in law going, hey, if you're randomly calling the cops on me for being in front of my house picking up something, I need you to be prosecuted just like if I was stealing this package, you would have been prosecuting me. So in my mind, I feel like laws need to be not taken away, but I feel like they need to add more clauses to certain laws. Because if you're dealing with those kind of circumstances, it's going to be, oh, well, this is what I might have said, but this is what really happened. And then I would have to just prove myself in general, which there's really no way to prove myself other than showing a cop my license. But that doesn't prevent me from having to sit there on the ground and handcuffs being embarrassed. Like, you have to figure out how do you smooth that kind of stuff out.
I agree.
And you can't move that stuff out without putting the laws in place, talking to the right people to move those kind of laws. Because you may do it on the local level, but guess what? If you don't do it on a national level, it ain't going to do nothing. You know how many laws is in books that people don't follow? Or they get stuck all the way up underneath stuff, and people don't even realize that it's there until they're going through that circumstance.
I think you should be some reprimand.
Because they're like, oh, well, people aren't going to pay attention to these laws anyway. So you hide it in the book.
That's true. All right, that's true. All right.
Well, I think the Black Lives Matter movement helped tremendously. Even though it was through a lot of people's misery. So I mean, that's a step in the right direction, but more of us have to contribute to those causes. We gotta help fund those type of organizations. So we gotta donate to those organizations. So we gotta start investing in Black businesses.
I gotta disagree with the Black Lives Matter organization.
I was about to say
because
I
don't agree with the Black Lives Matter organization. I agree with the movement.
The movement. I always said that.
Yeah, capitalizing on the black.
They haven't erected any schools,
like this.
anything in our name.
Black Lives Matter organization.
Okay.
Put it like this.
That's a great point.
There shouldn't be an organization.
Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
Breonna Taylor's mother, Black Lives Matter organization, put all this GoFundMe and all this raise money for her for Breonna Taylor's loss and everything. So when she walked into their presence, they didn't even know who she was. She didn't get not one dime collected from BLM for the death of her daughter. What did they do? They capitalized on it and fed their pockets.
Same thing for Floyd's family.
Same thing for Floyd's family.
What's that boy who got the big dude who got killed in Missouri?
Eric
Gardner. No, that's the man. The boy. He was big though.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Brown?
Michael Brown.
something brown.
Yeah, but all in all, the organization is capitalizing on a lot of deaths and stuff from black people, from blacks, and they're pocketing this money. So the organization, I gotta disagree with that. The
But
more,
Walt,
yes,
it takes money to make things move. So yeah, they collecting money. They're not collecting it for their families, really. They collecting it to get change to
but
happen,
if
right?
you put your
No,
campaign,
not.
if your campaign is saying you're doing this for the family, that's a problem.
Right. If your campaign is
Right.
saying I'm accepting donations for the
Connected.
family,
If Black Lives Matter is saying they're accepting donations or GoFundMe for the Breonna Taylor family, and she don't get a dime, what do you call that?
But for her family, what to get her good lawyers to like? What are they doing? That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't
Well,
know the
and
details.
that's the thing, though. You like with certain organizations, yes, I get that they need money to run, but I also need you to show action. I need you to go, hey, these are policies that we're creating. These are policies that we're trying to push up the chain. If you're not doing that stuff too, guess what? It doesn't matter how much marching you do, how much money I donate to you. If you're not doing anything extra, then that shows no change. Because you're basically making money off of a circumstance without trying to change it. Because granted, yes, you need money to do that stuff, but guess what? If you don't know the right people to give that information to try to get it put in law, it does nothing.
And Tia said, Mike,
I said Black Lives Matter, but obviously there's other organizations too, right? So it's not only Black Lives Matter organization, but just the movement itself. And there is people who are doing the right things when they are.
Definitely.
So those people matter too. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
They're putting the efforts into making sure that Black people's lives are all the justice is being done. So we have to help contribute to those causes, right? The Colin Kaepernicks and those people who are using those funds for the proper means that they should be used for.
All right, sorry to cut you off, but Erica, we're gonna close the line in case anybody else want to call in.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye. All right, this is what I will say. Granted, we have all these organizations and everything like that. In my opinion, since we're the biggest spenders, we as the community hold the power. Because the only way change will be invoked is if you hurt these higher up pockets. So if we have basically a guideline of what we're looking for changes or whatever, like everybody come to one accord for the changes they want, we have the buying power to put a freeze on spending our money and then come into the table. These are the changes we want. If we don't get these changes, we're not spending a dime. We're going to invest it in our own, which we should invest it in our own communities and our own Black businesses anyway. But until they see their bottom line being hurt, there's no motivation for them to really change anything.
Exactly.
That's temporary, because soon as Black Friday comes, everybody's spending again. So
but that's why you got to put your foot down. That's why we give.
It's never gonna happen, bro.
This is why
that's the problem.
You can't say it never happened, because that's what happened with the Malcolm X and the Martin Luther King. People actually put their foot down to do stuff.
But it didn't. But still, now it's still occurring. So when I mean it's never gonna happen, is I mean on a permanent basis. That's what I mean.
Well, the changes that they fought for was big changes, but as time comes, you want more and more changes to equal the playing field.
No, I mean the spending. Like you see how Jews they keep the money in the community. The Asians keep the money in the community. So that's what I mean. That if Black people did the same, then we would have more.
Hold on, Santana. I can't hear June. You're like really low now.
Yeah.
I was saying, is Jews an acceptable term?
Jewish, yeah. Jews, yeah.
That's it. That's okay.
We want to make sure we're PC.
We want to make sure we're PC.
Right.
Yeah, it's blacks and African Americans.
See,
African Americans don't even want to be called blacks or vice versa.
Right?
The great debater. Let's debate.
I hate the term African American.
But you see,
look, that term right? The reason why black people hate the term African American is because number one, so many people are not acknowledging that they're African. Period. Period.
That's facts.
But,
Who's living in
check,
America,
but check this out though,
right?
Ricky. I'm sorry, Sam.
Wally, yes.
Hold on.
You can say
Whole
Wally.
government.
Yo,
Whole
you can say Wally. Yeah, I say Wally all the time.
Yeah,
But still,
I'm
but still.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is what I will say. Yes, people can say, yo, we got to understand we have African descendants, but people never seem to acknowledge the indigenous blacks. People think America was only had
right.
Indians on it. There was also indigenous blacks here. So that's why I don't like the term African American, because number one, Africans don't even like the blacks in America. And not everybody in America originated from Africa. You get what I'm saying? We do have indigenous blacks that were here in America with the Indians, but history will tell you only Indians were here. But what about the indigenous blacks?
See, but why do we need to be called that? Why can't we just call us Americans? Because that's what we are.
They put the indigenous.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because
We don't say,
so we don't go around, hey, white Anglo-Saxon
White
American.
Yeah,
We don't say that.
It's another way to separate you. That's why
Because,
it brings it back to my point.
Because if we go to another country, right? We just call them like another continent.
They just call you black.
You're African. No, we call you. You're African.
You're
American. Island. You're Jamaican. You're Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right, and going back to what Santana said about
that's true.
About the Jewish and the Asian
Jesse Jackson, I didn't realize that.
About the Asian and Jewish community.
That's
the
point,
major difference with their communities is they have the banks.
Like, exactly.
There is black. Check it out though.
Allow us to have the banks.
No. We had our banks. You guys forget. The first ever bank was made by a former slave.
And what did they do to Black Wall Street?
It had nothing to do with that. We hurt that bank ourselves. You know how we did? We borrowed money, didn't pay it back.
Like America.
Exactly. We did that to our own bank, forcing them to close.
Black Wall Street was sabotaged, my friend, and taken down. You know what I mean? Like whenever we have our own.
I understand that, but I'm talking about individual black banks that were open in other states.
Now, I'm not going to be
black communities that we ourselves sabotage.
I'm not going to turn a blind eye and say that we don't sabotage ourselves.
Exactly.
If like that, I'm not going to say where
compared to if you compare it to the Asian and Jewish communities who, when they go to their banks, they take out loans. They have whole business plans, whatever they want to use the money for, but they make sure that money goes back. It goes back to the pool. You get what I'm saying?
We'll take and
right. Great point. Yeah.
It goes back.
Like,
to the pool. Right. That's a fact.
I think Santana said it. I think he said we don't trust each other, but it has to do with trust and respect. Because we'll walk into a black-owned store, yo, let me get that for $3. But we'll walk in the white store and it'll say $10, and we'll just spend that. And that's what me and my wife talk about all the time.
Because you know why? Because we expect to get handouts amongst ourselves,
right?
But are willing to pay whatever it is that that outside forces want.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what I think that stems from? I think that stems from we come in with the notion you should understand my struggle, so you should be accepting a deal.
Right.
I think that's where that comes from. But we pick and choose when we want to.
When we have to use that statement.
That's the thing, but like it's that, and also what I was telling JR earlier, that certain things are put in your head. So now, to certain people, they might look at, if it's white, it's right. You know what I mean? If the white man or the Asian man, for this matter, whatever, is selling me this watch for $400, I know it's legit. I mean, it's coming from you guys. I'm gonna buy it. But now, if I go to this African jewelry store, like, yo, I got this watch right here for $300, $100 less than the white competitors are selling for. You're gonna look at it like
it's fake.
I don't know.
You don't want certification of authenticity.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to spend that over. Yo, that's kind of much. Yo, I give you $200 for it.
Yo,
Now I'm
Santana,
trying to break your balls. Now I'm trying to bust your balls.
Yo.
Remember them iPhones that
Yeah.
you even test them like, oh, okay,
They got us good.
So went home, it was like, wow, they sold us some fake joints.
Bootleg.
Whereas I guarantee if it was somebody black selling it, we'd have been like, yo, now let's check the product, open it up. You know what I'm saying?
You're not trying to be that way. You're not trying to be that way, but it's in your head.
After a while, that it keeps hammered in.
It's hammered in your head. You start to not even trust your own people's products.
Yeah.
I think it's 80. No, but some Santana said that goes back to slavery where I think it was Santana that said it. We were selling each other. So it didn't even have to do with them conditioning us. We was already conditioned to hate our own, it seemed like. No?
That's true. Well, this was a fun talk. We didn't even get onto the Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler situation.
We know that he smashed. We all know that he smashed. Every NBA player out there keeps saying it.
Because the rumor, Santana, you heard about it, right? Did you hear about it?
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Jimmy buckets and buckets.
Look, we covered a lot already, whatever. And we going
let them get their rocks off.
Nah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. Guys, this was a fun live and everything like that. I want to say thank you to everybody who contributed, who called in and was in the comment section and everything like that. And again, Freezy, tell everybody about your website for products and shopping and everything like that for their businesses. One stop shop, pretty much.
Yes, Millennial Packaging is still in the works, but you can put your email in there when it's live. You'll get the notification, and I'm here for the black community. I'm giving discounts without you asking me for discounts.
I know that's right. And like I said, this video will be on YouTube. I'll have that in the description. And again, JR, you want to tell them about, your plans for content creation with YouTube, which we definitely will be doing some collabs together.
You're going to see that. You're going to see how beautiful Walls is going to be in a second. But I got a question for you. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Final question. I just want to see if y'all know what coach in the playoffs, out of the coaches that was left in the semifinals, averaged 27.5 points in the professional league. Who would y'all think?
25.
That was in the playoffs?
That's
head coach.
Steve Nash.
No, he said semifinals.
That's Nash.
That's Nash, I think.
He said semifinals.
No, okay.
We weren't in the semifinals.
How about the coach is still coaching now?
No, we weren't in the semifinals.
No. The coach is playing now still.
Dude from Phoenix, I think.
Yeah.
I think coach from Phoenix. Yeah. What's his name?
No, he wasn't.
Nah, it's Williams. Mike Budenholzer or whatever. Average.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't even know Mike played.
Who averaged 20 what?
In college?
7.5. Nah, but it was professional league, but
yo.
Okay,
It wasn't Monty.
It wasn't NBA. Oh, it was a European league.
It wasn't Monty. I know that. Monty was like.
Yeah, Monty wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah, let them know about what your channel's gonna be about.
Fitness with couples, just showing you how to do it the easier way, how to handle your nutrition. My wife's a weight loss specialist, and we're just trying to encourage couples just to move and help each other because it's a community.
That's right. Yo, June, put your arm up right quick. Show the world.
Flex your muscles. Show them your guns.
I saw the abs.
Just shows which way the beach. That's it.
Sir. And Santana, you can let everybody know, your business venture with, helping people fix their credit and everything like that. So yeah, fill everybody in.
Yeah, man. So we we do a lot for the community, right? And for ourselves. So basically we're just trying to teach people financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the journey that we on, right? Trying to help everybody be in the know, whether you white, black, Chinese, whatever. But everybody, if you learn anything from 2020, you learn that you could be here today, gone tomorrow, but you also want to make sure that you're teaching your kids and your family how to better invest in themselves financially, spiritually, emotionally. So if your finances is on point, then you're gonna feel better emotionally, physically, and everything else, right?
Yeah,
So that's
true.
basically that's the goal, And also thorough events, thegreensocial.com,
Yep, yep.
and check out my econ store, gonegreentechstore.com.
And make sure send me the link and everything so I can put it in the description. As far as financial literacy, your information is pretty much in every video in the comment section, so people can reach out through email and everything like that, plus the website. So yes, send me that information and I'll put it in there. What was you gonna say?
I see a comment from Tia. What's that about? What's that emoji about? What happened?
We went back to basketball. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, this was a fun stream, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to you guys for being on and all of us getting together like this. So yeah,
anytime.
I guess we'll probably touch base after the finals or whatever, and maybe talk about what's coming up.
Let me correct you.
with the
After the
NFL.
Suns win, after the
Well, here's a sports take live. The Tampa Bay Lightning just won the NHL Cup. So
Congratulations to them, yo.
so they repeated. So
all right, yeah, that's back to back. That's what's up, man. Happy
Yeah.
for them fans, man. Congratulations. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode, this live. This was the first time actually doing a live too. It was definitely a fun experience. Yeah, I love the having the callers call in and everything like that. So we'll eventually do it again, gentlemen. Thank you for being on and moving this platform forward.
All right.
Catch you guys on the next one, everybody.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
Peace, peace.
T said we met.
What time is it? I woke up, soaked from a bad dream. I've been sweating like crazy. Got up, skin stuck to the bed sheets. Open window for